You know that this fucking guy's a lunatic. You know he is.
Oh, yeah. God.
You might.
Of course.
Oh, come on, Mark.
He's
not a goddamn.
Yeah. He's not a lunatic.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not. He's not a lunatic.
He's not. He should not be president.
I think he doesn't.
He's an organized mess.
He doesn't really believe in anything, and so he'll sort of follow whoever talks to him last.
I do believe when they're sitting around, he'll lose interest quite.
I think that he. I'm just going to say it, man. I don't think he should be president.
I think he's politically attuned, but I don't think he's especially bright.
I think he's
our dumbest president in a really, really long time.
No. I think he's not smart in those.
I think he's smarter than Bush was.
No, he's smart, way smart, but not in those areas. In other words, it's kind of like you're a real smart person, you get thrown into something where you're not involved.
What did he do, Wharton? Then he went to
For
that
example,
military school.
I feel like an idiot, but I know I'm not an idiot. It's just I'm an idiot there. That's what I think. I think this guy's brilliant in certain areas.
Yeah.
And I just don't think being president is one of them.
Yeah, I agree. The problem is the alternative is probably much worse.
No. And look, I voted for him. I'm not proud of it. I did, but what was the alternative?
The alternative is not going to get any better next time.
Yeah, well,
it's going to get worse.
He's not going to be reelected.
I know, just like he's not getting elected.
I was just no, actually, I didn't think he would. Mark, I will tell you, I don't think he'll be reelected.
I know you don't.
I think it's an interesting thing that we have.
If you think blue Democrats are going to vote for a socialist, because that looks like what's going to end up there.
I wouldn't want that.
Well, that's what it's looking like. They're sweeping.
Are you?
Ben.
Benny! You do look like a Hellraiser, little. Like
Me?
Yeah, you got a devilish
There
grin.
you go.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
But
he looks okay. He doesn't look.
I wouldn't want you in my class. I mean, if I was a teacher.
Oh, grandchildren.
Yes. Ben, you've been listening a
Hey,
while.
thanks
Oh, hey,
for
what's up, Mark?
to that person I sent that chimney thing.
I love radio.
Probably not a whole.
Are we on
In
audio?
your area, right?
Just keep in mind when we're not on the air, we're still on audio. Because
Don't you live in Evergreen? Yes.
Are we on audio?
Yes.
Oh.
Did you get that email?
I want to find out what you were
I'm
doing.
doing I'm doing the thing.
Keep in mind it's on broadband.
Ted sent me this thing for his
Is it really a
Just
secret?
send me an email
No, I'm a
back of
personal
what
assistant to
the hell
a
he
family
wants.
who's well off.
I don't know what he's
Started
talking
off
I know,
with
but you'll see when he
a
sends it.
remodel job for a
Oh,
I
8,000
just
square
said,
foot house.
I'm going to ask
I'm
Mark
a chef by
if there's
trade,
something
so I
we
would
need to
kind of be
do.
like, hey,
If it is,
nice
your
kitchen.
guys
I'm
need
a
to
chef
call
by
me
trade.
so I can teach them how to do it.
And sure, you
It's
did.
something
I
for
don't know.
What?
So you do a little bit
Something
of
for
everything
their
for his family.
That's right.
Cool.
I guess the guys talked to his web people
You know,
and they said,
that's
Just
just regular
retail.
industry.
I mean, keep Ted out of it. It's he doesn't. He doesn't.
I mean, just in California.
Okay.
Oh
what
my
am
God,
I
I know
adding?
people.
you're adding
That's their whole life.
mattresses and
And
Grand
they
Junction.
spend a lot of
It's going
time.
to take me a little bit. Though.
Okay, but
being
let me know when you
personal
get to Grand
assistants
Junction
for-
because I can't move until
People
I
can't
have Grand
exist without
Junction.
it. They run their entire household. It's like
Grand
being
Junction
chief
will
of
be
staff
done
of
in
the president.
3-4 minutes.
Are you at that level?
Yes,
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. This is truly the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. It's the only place you're going to get this kind of advice, whether you're a consumer or a business. And if you're in business and you actually listen and take notes, you will find out so much about running a business on this show because we are the only place ever to listen to consumers every single day in, day out. And think about that. No one else does that. I mean, you can do some research here and there, a couple hundred surveys, even a couple thousand, but who actually listens to people from across the country for 40 years? You know, Mark and I were doing the math today. It's 44, the actual career is 44 years, in Denver 37, because I always throw numbers out, but 37 in Denver, 44 total. And this hour brought to you by Icon. God, I love talking about him. I'm not, people say, Tom, are you discouraging us from doing LASIK? No, I'm not. If you want LASIK, Icon's the place to do it. Icon Eye Care. They're wonderful people. Icon Eye Care. But here's the deal. When you have LASIK done, you have LASIK done on your eyes that grow older. And you might, so if you have them done younger and you have near and far issues, you have to pick one near, one far, right? Or you have to pick, you want to see far and get near glasses. Or have them done for near and get far off glasses. Mark Szymanski, our guest, do you have contacts or LASIK?
No, do you know what? I did radio keratotomy.
Oh, that was way back.
Way back. And you know what? It's a great story, but yeah.
What is that?
That was back when they used a scalpel.
Oh my Lord!
They cut your eye, whatever part it is, the lens
with a laser though.
No,
they cut
it with a scalpel.
Back in the old days.
And it refracted it. It refracted it by cutting it. So anyway, were you not able to do LASIK because of it?
They didn't. No. Well, I haven't even checked. But you know, it's so funny that you've been talking about this. I'm curious about the clear lens, the new lens.
Icon Eye Care does normal cataract surgery, thousands and thousands and thousands when you have cataracts. But see, what I'm saying is you can get cataract surgery even if you don't have cataracts. It's called a clear lens exchange. In other words, my lenses are clear, I get clear lenses. Here's the deal. They basically, they basically focus. So you don't need glasses ever. Now, I shouldn't say ever. I have these out of habit, and every once in a while, because of lower light, tiny, tiny print, I'll use it like on the tiniest print on a prescription bottle or something. So as a habit, I have them. And also, I keep the studio real low light. But here's the deal, okay? And these are the weakest you can get. But here's the deal I want to say about it. Your eyes are near perfect because you get new lenses. That's it. How else can I tell you that? Near perfect because you get new lenses, and you don't get them LASIK, you get them new. And you don't have to pick near or far. You can have ones that focus totally. If you're a senior, Medicare will pay for the normal cataract surgery if you have cataracts, and you just pay the upcharge for these lenses that focus. Just contact them, okay? Icon, I-C-O-N, iconeyecare.com, iconeyecare.com. I love the people, and that's how simple it is. If you have any questions, give me a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, now listen. We want to talk to Sharon, who was on Friday, about her son's car, but I do have a couple guests right after this. I will introduce one very special guest with home improvements that I talk to all the time, Mark Szymanski, and I really want to unload on the home improvement industry, and we're getting so much shoddy work and people getting ripped off. We also can talk about your problems, whatever they are. We never have a one-topic show. Then we have a common man today, Benny, who's been calling in, and he was just such a funny, witty guy. I said, I got to have him in. We'll talk to him. So let's talk to Sharon now from Friday about her son's refi. Sharon, what's happening?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good today. What's going on with you, Lisa? Sharon. I'm looking at two lines here.
Yeah,
Sharon, what's happening?
Yeah, just the recap was the dealership had called my son and said the loan was canceled and to bring the car back.
Right. Now, how long has he had the car?
He's had it about 3 or 4 weeks.
So
he actually has the registration.
Yeah, but is it in his name?
And it's in his name.
Okay, but not the title. They register that. Registrations are for plates, not for and plates on a car, not for ownership of the car. You can own a car by title and have it registered to someone else. So let's just say this. He took delivery about 3 weeks ago, and they were trying to get him a loan.
Well, they actually, I guess what I have found out, the dealership was not giving them the correct information, and the loan is not canceled.
But what I'm saying is they were trying to get him a loan. Is that yes or right? Okay. And somehow there was a hitch, and they told him to bring the car back or not?
They said the loan was canceled and to bring the car back.
And that's what he needs to do.
But to find out, he called the finance company, and the loan is not canceled.
Well, in other words, did he sign? So he has a loan, is what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he signed all the loan docs.
Right.
Oh, well, then he has a loan. He signed the loan docs, and when is his first payment due?
He didn't say.
Well, he just has to make his payments. Why are you even calling us?
Well, initially, he was just told the loan was canceled, and I kind of
Now, listen, Sharon, here's what dealers do sometimes, okay? Once in a while, and I want to mention Rocky's never does this, ever. Ever, ever, ever. And some dealers don't. Rocky's doesn't. Let me explain what Rocky's does. They seal the deal, sign it up, they get approval for the loan, and when you leave, they do not call you back and say the loan did not go through. They do They don't trip cars, as they call it. Tripping cars is when a dealer fills out the information, delivers the car, and says, hey, congratulations, now you feel obligated, you take the car, and then they shop the loan. And in the paperwork, it says, basically, they're going to get you a loan. In some cases, and I don't want to get into this right now, the dealer fills out the paperwork in such a way that technically you could force them to carry the loan because they put themselves down as a creditor. I don't want to get into that argument right now. But what I want to say is this. Dealers will ask you to take a car back and re-sign papers for a few reasons. One, they made a mistake. They can't get you financed. They want to find you a loan. Number two, they realize they should have gotten more money for the car, or they can put you in another loan where they make more money on the loan. They found another lender who'll give them more money. Or number three, they just found someone else to buy the car and they want to discourage you. So if you have a loan and they lied to you and said the loan was canceled, they're hoping you don't know enough about it and you'll just take the car back. So if you already talk to the lender and they say, yes, we have the paperwork, you signed, your first payment is due, and you have a car, then it's over. There's no reason to do anything.
Well, I guess what the finance company said is that the dealership did the itemization wrong, and it needs to be re-itemized.
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
And I don't know either.
So hold on, Sharon, then what you're telling me is not true. You do not have a loan. He does not have a loan.
I think they are waiting for the release of
So I asked, did he have a loan? Did he sign, have a loan, and his first payment is coming due? And you said yes. Now you're telling me it's not finalized. So I need to know. In order to help you, I need to know.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's hard when you're calling for your son.
Can we talk to him directly?
He is in Colorado Springs.
Doing what? Can we talk to him?
Yes, you probably can.
All right, hold on. That's what we need to do. We can no longer help here. Suzanne, we need to talk to the son. Bottom line is this. Either he has a loan or he doesn't. But the longer he keeps the car, the more they're going to charge him for use of the car, a per diem. Okay? I don't know what to say. Now, Rocky's, by the way, who doesn't do this, 63rd and Federal, 303-426-4646. They have 40 lenders. They can originate the loan right there. So I may as well just turn this into their commercial because that's what they do. They do not let that car go. Lisa, you're next, by the way. And they have a website too, rockysautos.com, but you should visit there Monday through Saturday, 9 to 7. So, Lisa, what's going on now with a contractor? What happened? Oh, you put her on hold. I'll take her now. Go ahead, Lisa.
Good morning.
Hey, what's happening?
So I am a small family business owner. I'm a single parent, and I started a healing center.
Oh, cool. What kind of healing?
We do Healing Waters Float Studio at Sensory Deprivation Chamber.
You know what? Deputy Dan just did that. Uh-oh, did I violate your HIPAA rights, Dan? I'm sorry. Did you, by the way, I forgot to ask you, Dan, were you naked?
Yes.
Okay.
He probably was.
So you're in a little chamber. You're in like salt water.
You float.
Yeah, and you float, and then apparently the one Deputy Dan went to, they never changed the water.
No, they don't change the water.
They don't change the water, and you have to sign that you won't urinate in it. I find it disgusting.
Now, don't they have a filtering system like a fish tank? Yes, right? Like a fish tank. Anyway, Lisa, I'm not gonna get into your intricacies of the business, but it's a deprivation tank. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Okay, so you opened this up. Do you do any other things in addition to the flotation?
Well, I'm a psychologist by trade.
Oh, you are? Can you answer this then? Why does sensory deprivation help? In what way does it help?
It helps in a lot of different ways. The body and brain are very powerful. So if we just give them the time to shut down to heal.
Like a reboot.
Yes, it's pretty impressive what the body and brain can do if you just let them catch up.
Okay.
So it helps with depression, anxiety, PTSD, sleep issues.
Now, Lisa, was this contractor working on your business or on your home?
He was working on my business. We did a business move, and I needed help doing a build-out in our new space.
It was a build-out. Okay. So hold on, dear, and we'll take this and talk about it. But another quick question. Do you think I'm crazy? You can tell me. I can tell you.
Well, I think we're all a little bit crazy.
That's what I want to hear.
A little bit.
Okay, hold on. No, Lisa, seriously. Well, let's take this. We have Mark Szymanski here from from Genesis Total Exteriors.com, Genesis Total Exteriors, but they do interiors as well, and he can weigh in on this. We have a lot more to talk about, 303-713-TALK. And speaking of home improvements, K&H Home Solutions, we love these guys too. We have really good people at referralist.com. That's what it's all about. And K&H, boy, do they do a great job when it comes to roofing and siding and doors and windows. And if you want to get a hold of them, what you do is go to khwindows.com and make your own appointment. Right now, you can upgrade your windows to any color, interior, exterior, their normal colors for no extra charge. So in other words, you're not just stuck with white. You have antique brown, sandstone, forest green for exterior. You can do Brazilian pecan or English walnut inside. Now, siding is 30% off, and that's for Everlast siding, which is like a lifetime siding. It's beautiful. It's completely waterproof and durable. 303-421-7100 is their number if you have any details to ask them. But make your own appointment at khwindows.com.
They went from 2,000 a share to 2 cents.
Who did?
Movie Pass.
Because they were losing money.
Why? Because you pay like $8 and watch 95 movies.
That's exactly right. But then they changed it from like watching as many movies
and of course,
as
the
you
people
want
that buy
to
it bring their own
watching 3
fucking candy
movies
too.
a month.
I'm serious, man.
How is it different than Netflix?
It's different.
It's a movie
theaters.
theater.
Movie theaters, like brand new movies out.
It would have been perfect for you as much movies as you watch.
And premium movies.
But that's why they're out of business.
Right.
People like you.
No, they're not out of 2 cents a share. What did it start? It was 10,000.
It was like HMNY. They at one point it was near 10 grand, and then I jumped in at 7 cents, and then it plunged to 2 cents.
Helios and Matthews and HMNY.
That's right. They were so big at one point, and then they did this bozo thing with the changing the rules of the movie pass, and then
the maximum. Geez, back in '97 they were big.
Oh yeah. There wasn't anything else to do in '97.
How did they screw that? So were they making money in '97?
Yeah.
They were 9,700.
Man, this is not a good problem.
So radio keratotomy, that weakens the eyeball too, right?
No, they just cut the clear part. The cornea is the center, or is that the white part's your clear part's your cornea?
The cornea is the white part, the iris is the colored part.
No, but what's
The
the
cornea
clear
is
that's over?
the black, right?
No, what's the clear part that's over your eye? What's that called?
The lens?
The lens. That's what they cut. They don't cut into the.
That's where you get.
Oh, I thought they actually cut the eyeball and
No.
push it in there.
No. What it does is just lays out, just flattens out the clear part of your eye.
The lens.
That was the very first operation for that. And you know,
it was a guy that
in Russia.
He went over to Russia to learn how to do it, and they found in Russia from cataract surgery somebody slipped and made a mistake.
I thought, so I heard there is a guy got his eye cut with glass, and then when it healed, it got better. It was better.
Oh, because it changed.
Right, it changed the shape of the.
Yeah, but I know it happened in Russia. Again, I just heard it was from cataract surgery, and somebody slipped and made a mistake, and the guy.
They're slipping all the time over there.
But I guess they're on a conveyor belt over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cataract? Oh,
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
oh yeah.
Body
What is
moves.
that, guys? What are you talking about now?
I was told in Russia when this is all developed that they did cataract surgery and the people would be on a conveyor belt and just go by the doctor. The doctor doesn't move.
Like groceries at Walmart.
That's
Who is the rep for Icon?
Purple tunnel cylinder.
I can look
How
it
much?
up.
How much is the lens thing?
About $4 grand an eye, I think. But oh my God, it's so worth it. Depends on how
I mean,
old.
the only thing I need,
Carl Wolf.
I have to use readers now, like you. Low light kills me. I can't. In low light, I can't see.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually like wearing them sometimes for
Magnification.
for the
Makes
how do I
everything look
put it?
bigger.
No, the
cool
light.
effect.
It's the light. I actually, it has nothing to do with seeing. It's the light. It amplifies, yes, a little, but these are like one.
Yeah, I have the lowest.
These
the
are
lowest
100.
thing.
These are literally like nothing.
Right. So.
But yours is one as far one's.
No. I had
That's
my
even before that.
surgery when I was in my mid-20s, and I haven't needed glasses or contacts.
I don't think you even get that
Until
anymore.
about the last 2
He's the one that fell and got glass in his eye.
Yeah.
Wow, you probably had pretty bad eyes.
No,
Oh, yeah.
mine weren't too bad.
But they hit you right on, huh?
I'm terrified to get even lens replaced. I mean, my eyes aren't bad, but I just know it's going to be better in another year, then better in another 5 years.
You know, yeah, but if you have new lens, how much better do you get than perfect vision?
Well, you get more bionic, be able to zoom in and shit. Tell me that's not coming.
Oh,
you mean like literally,
like literally zoom in.
Better than 2020.
Well, even beyond that, I mean, like
no, you're saying
digital
technology where you can like maybe go out and literally control it, maybe.
It can't be that.
You probably get X-ray vision.
But these are pretty marked.
X-ray vision would be
they're
cool.
silicone. Mine are
Although
like
sometimes
organic. So they're organic. Nothing can ever break down.
No,
if you have that kind of technology, what if it got stuck in a zoom position or something?
And all of a sudden you're looking far out.
Even better, you have to do magnification.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you would have to invoke it somehow.
Yeah, you hit your ear.
So I like this because they're assumed by your body as natural.
You blink 3
Excuse
times
me, bro.
and hit your elbow.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Oh, man. Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. You heard me talk about icon and eyes, and now you heard me talk about hearing aids. You know, the bad thing is to assume that hearing devices are for older people. Do you know hearing loss comes in all shapes and sizes, all ages? Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center will do an evaluation, and if you need a hearing device, a hearing aid, guess what? You get to try them out free of charge with no obligation. Now, you got to go through the evaluation and stuff, and if you have tinnitus, they have various treatments for tinnitus. They have a permanent treatment, a cure, and you might say, well, why doesn't everybody get that? Because your tinnitus has to be in a certain range, and if it's not, then you use other devices, like masking devices that help you forget the sound, if that makes sense. You got to go see them. They're pioneers in this area. They're wonderful. They're right at their new place. I love it. Hamden and Clarkson. There's a 2-story building there, or it might be more, but anyway, there's urgent care on the bottom floor. And then on the second floor is Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center, Clarkson and Hamden. It's 303-534-0163, 534-0163, helpforringing.com. So, Mark Szymanski, thank you for being here. And the thing about contracting, I know why it garners so many complaints. What's your guess?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things. You're taking care of a person's most prized.
That's it.
Possession.
They're sensitized.
And, you know, I mean, one of the reasons I'm gentle exterior is because people are less sensitive outside than they are in.
But you do inside, though.
But we do inside, yes.
What is your split? 50-50 inside?
No, I'm about 20% inside.
Okay, so you don't do much inside, but when you do it, you select them.
Yeah, I mean, well,
they're selective. In
right.
other words, you don't just do every job that comes along.
Correct. You know, it has to be a good fit, and because again, you're in a person's space.
Right. GenesisTotalExteriors.com is Mark, and he's going to chime in on this because Lisa had a contractor build out her business. She has a healing center, and they were building it out. Let's get right to the contract. How much was the entire contract, Lisa?
It was. Let me look on my
just roughly like 10, 20. You don't have to give me
almost 30. It was just short of $30,000.
Okay, let's just say
something.
Okay, let's say around 30 grand. And how much have you paid total so far?
I have paid $2,500 or $20,500.
Okay, so you got some leeway there. Where did things break down? What's the first sign of trouble?
First sign of trouble was probably end of December, beginning of January. They were supposed to be done by January 15th.
Yeah.
And I kept pointing out that...
was timing the problem or the quality?
It was both.
Okay.
Quality, but it seemed like timing was a little bit more.
So it was supposed to be done when?
It was supposed to be done January 15th. The contract said
well, we got a problem because it's September. So what's going on? 9 months later, it's not done. Tell me what is wrong, if you had to sum it up in a sentence.
Yeah, we had to go out and find other people to come in and finish the work because I had to be open for business.
Did they literally walk off the job, or did you ask them not to come back?
Literally walked off the job.
What's the name of the company?
Lighthouse Construction Services.
And they walked off. How do they feel? Are they trying to get any money from you?
No, they're trying to avoid us.
Okay, but here's what I don't understand. You paid $20,500.
Right.
If you honestly evaluated the work, what would it come to value-wise?
Probably about 5,000 to 7,000.
Okay, so you were upside down with these people. Let's just say conservatively 15 grand.
Right.
So what do you need from us? Why'd you call us?
So, long story short, I paid them progress payments to make sure they completed each part of the work.
Well, obviously, though, then you shouldn't be upside down. I don't understand that. You just contradicted what you told me. If you made progress payments, okay, go ahead.
Okay. So what happened is I checked the electrical, but what I didn't know is that it dead-ended into the ceiling. That wasn't something that I knew to even climb up into the ceiling and
What
check.
do you mean by that?
It means it looked like they had pulled the electrical through and hooked up the receptacles, but I didn't plug anything into them. And when they walked off the job,
but the wire is there, though. The wire is there, just not hooked up.
Part of it's there, except it dead ends right above where the ceiling tiles were. So they only pulled
they pulled it to the room, but not to each little outlet and switch.
So it went straight 10 feet up into the ceiling.
I understand.
And it was dead.
And did they do that in every area?
All of the new areas that they were supposed to add electrical to.
So they roughed in to the room. Usually you rough in to the walls and to the where the switches and outlets are going to be, and the ceiling where fixtures are going to be. But in this case, all of it was roughed in only to the ceiling. But that's just one problem, though. I don't understand. Is that what prompted the call? Just that one problem?
No, the plumbing as well. They had drywalled in all of the showers, but there was no plumbing underneath.
Wait, they did not put a drain in? They did not put in pipe? There was no pipe where... Well, wait a minute. Were they just totally, like, stupid? They literally did put drywall up, and behind that drywall, there's no pipe.
The shower was drywalled in, but there was no plumbing underneath.
Well, not under. I'm talking about on the wall where you turn the shower on.
Right.
Was there pipe behind there?
There was pipe behind one of them, closest to the back where the plumbing was, but the rest of the showers had nothing.
Then why did they drywall them in? Mark, do they usually drywall in and cut through?
This sounds like a complete scam to me. I mean, just even when she's talking about terminating the ceiling, you still need enough wire to be running into a junction box. And there's no piping behind the wall, so these people are planning to scam the whole time.
Correct.
They were just gonna close everything in and leave.
Yeah, and nothing there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I don't know why the shower won't turn on. Oh, there's
What's
no pipes
the name
there.
of the person at this place?
You got to bring your own water.
Yeah.
Who is it? Who is the person?
Blake Romine is the one that I dealt with mostly, but
Blake Romine.
Yeah.
R-O-M-I-N-E?
I assume you paid by check to these guys.
I did.
Well, you should have paid by credit card. But if you made progress payments...
Yes.
Oh, my God. You didn't have anyone with expertise check you didn't have an inspector.
No, I mean, they were supposed to be having inspections done.
Yeah, but you did it. No, you paid without knowing if things were done. I'm not trying to scold you. I mean, I just got to get the facts out, because had you had an expert, I would have gone to the expert and raised hell.
Right.
But right now, it's on you. So we have electrical and plumbing. What else?
The drywall. I paid to upgrade the drywall to the green or purple board.
In all areas or certain areas?
All areas, because it's all wet areas.
And what happened?
It's just all the cheap drywall, regular drywall.
What else?
I also, FRP board was supposed to be throughout the entire state.
Let's get right down to this, okay? Let's get right down to it. Let's just say what you're saying is correct and they scammed you. What do you hope to get? Because I'm going to just be straight with you, Lisa. We go through this all the time where someone is victimized. So let's say you sue these people. 15 grand to get into court minimum. 15. Okay. You get a judgment. Can you collect from these people?
I would guess maybe, but to tell you the truth, a lot of people have discouraged me from going after them because of that reason.
Yeah, so what do you want to do? So you want to try to go after them without that, like with us. Maybe we can make enough noise.
For anything.
Yeah, I understand completely. Okay, I'm going to give you to Deputy Clint. Deputy Clint, we need to go see it. No, wait. You already corrected all of this, didn't you?
Yes, I
Do you have photos of it? Do you have photos of it? Okay, good. We still want to talk to you off the air. This is a crazy lighthouse. I want to call Lighthouse immediately, though, Suzanne. Should we have Clint do it right now? I want to call them immediately and get a response because we need to put them on the sleeves brigade, Clint. We need to do this quickly so other people don't get scammed. Lisa, when you were doing your research, did you find like other people that were scammed by Lighthouse?
To tell you the truth, I've been in panic mode for the last 8 months.
I'm so sorry. How many children did you say you have?
Sorry. I have 2.
How old are they?
21 and 7.
Hey, is the business open yet?
Yes, we just lost all of our capital, so it's hard to get the
now
marketing.
You mean the capital because of...
All of our savings is gone because we had to pay people to come in and tear out showers.
Yeah.
And redo everything.
Lisa, let's help you. Let's help you. Let's help you get the word out about your business. Where is it?
Oh. It's off of 100th and Wadsworth.
All right, you hold on. Suzanne, I want to come back to her in a few minutes. We can call her back. I want to get all of the information about her business so we can help her promote it, okay? She's plumb run out of money. I just want to do, the reason I say in a little while, Suzanne, I'd like to do just a quick check on her, just a quick one if I'm going to tell people about it. Nothing serious, but, you know, just a quick one. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Centeno Schultz provides stem cell therapy for those in need with arthritis, pain, misery, really. I mean, people in pain will do almost anything to relieve it. That's why they get ripped off so much by these chiropractors who do amniotic fluid and these so-called regenerative clinics. To make it easy for you, I'm just going to say Centeno Schultz. Dr. Chris Centeno, the first doctor ever to do this in a clinical setting ever. They have seminars coming up on the 13th. That's this Thursday evening at 6. Also on the 27th. But you don't need a seminar to find out about genuine stem cell therapy from MDs and registered nurses. You can call them directly and schedule an evaluation. They have offices in Broomfield and the Tech Center, or Lone Tree area. 303-963-9201. Please avoid phonies. Dr. Chris Centeno is wonderful. Centeno Schultz is a clinic with true living stem cell therapy. 303-963-9201.
It's so pumped up when you're about to call somebody and try to bust them every time I listen.
I can't stand. Man, this woman. She hear that?
It was planned.
This woman.
Because she said, oh, they ran the wire to the ceiling.
What breaks my heart is people who work their ass. This woman's single mom, psychologist. You know, she's.
She should at least go to small claims court and get $7,500 from them.
Oh, but then she gets one bite at that apple. I'd rather.
Other no apple. Yeah, otherwise, she's not going to do it.
But, you know, but here's a company. Why go to all that work just
for that? Right.
Well, how much more would it cost you just to do it right?
How much is green board from regular direct?
A couple bucks, you know.
A couple bucks a sheet?
Well, you know, probably about a third more. I mean, we don't even. I just use cement board now. I don't even use that stuff. Right. It's not guaranteed.
Right. It's not. Right. So you use like Hardy. Was it Hardy board?
Yes.
Like that.
Geez, there's another damn hurricane heading to Hawaii. This is insanity.
Oh, Mark, I lost the information on Icon. They had all the stuff about them being a Broncos provider and all of that.
I don't remember seeing that.
Okay, I'll copy you on this too, so you know what I'm asking for.
Show you our firm's long history of outstanding results. We pursue righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you need my help, please give me a call. 770-55551 or hit
Well, he doesn't have free advertisement on the show anymore.
Today's the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't live.
Yeah, when he was on over there. He's not on anymore. I don't think he is.
No, he's not. But he hasn't been on for.
If it's a mental health issue, anxiety, depression, or trauma related to substance abuse, please know you're not alone. There's help. Call the Raleigh House today. They've established a special number to address your concerns. 720-893-5559.
That's just amazing.
That's
What a terrible. They're being sued.
They're being sued by everybody. Who? HMNY, Movie Pass.
Because people have paid their. Was this a monthly fee, right?
Yeah.
Or was it a one-time fee?
No, I believe it was a monthly fee.
So what is some?
What are they suing for? $30?
Not even 30.
No, it's probably a class action.
It is, but it's $10.
Well, that's why. He'll get, 12 cents.
Okay, I got the icon thing, and then recently I got this stuff on.
You've saved a lot
You
of
sent
time
me
on
your
your 401k and other tax-deferred accounts. Taxes could be your biggest expense during retirement.
And this is Linda Gardner, host of Your Money.
How do those board members and officers say this is a good deal?
What? Who?
Well, they changed their plan from,
Mark, where's the new stuff? I'm sorry. Where's the new stuff on Budget A1? Where is it?
I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Like a second ago.
So it went down 99.
Make sure you have it. I mean, I literally just said
But
it.
that's from its high.
Well,
they used to do
3
that
minutes
in
ago.
2007.
Tom, her website seems to have decent reviews. I sent it to you. Hey, Mark, how's it going, man? Nice weekend?
Are they open right now?
I don't know if they're open right now. I guess I should have looked. I
Or
first
ask
see her,
her.
but she's up in Westminster.
Man,
So Mark, you guys do brickwork then and stuff? Or
I brought this in today because this is really cool stuff.
It's heavy duty. I picked it up. Why is it so heavy?
Well, it's man-made stone, but you don't have to mortar it on.
Did you do it to show us?
Yeah, I brought it to show you.
Is it
How do you put it on?
so it's tongue and groove and you hang it?
You clip it. So you put the clips into the cement.
No, you just screw this right to the wall.
Right. To the wall, to any wall.
Could you go right over stucco with it? No.
As long as you're hitting at least solid surface behind it.
No, actually, isn't this same stuff that they had
Tom,
like at the...
Open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and they've been open 6 years.
You don't think that new hurricane's going to mess with us?
No, that's coming through over the week, and it's a tropical storm, not a hurricane.
Oh my God, Mark! I just realized why you were concerned.
That would suck, man. That would suck. It looks like it'll be all right, though. I never buy that travel insurance. Not once in my life, and I've never needed it. The problem is, unless if you have a doctor's note saying you're on death's door, I don't think they mean anything anyhow. It has nothing to do with weather, generally.
You going there?
Yeah, we're leaving Friday.
Now
We've never
tell
been.
Lisa to
All
just
these
hang
years.
on and be patient.
She's been
We're not
bugging me
going to go
forever.
right
We've
back
been everywhere else, man. You name it, we've been there. Europe, fucking South Africa. South Africa, love it. Been there. All inclusive. Russia, been there. Met Trump's brother there. Wink, wink on the down low. Afghanistan, don't miss it. Great.
Hi, Tom Martino, Budget A1 transmission on auto repair. Mark just sent me this new special. $149 transmission service, a full checkout as well of the entire system. They drop the pan, change the filter, change all the fluids, and then, belts, hoses, clamps, whatever they have that needs adjusting or fixing, they will do, of course, and give you diagnostic if anything is wrong with the transmission. And any repair they do, you apply the $149. So you don't pay just for an inspection plus repair. If they find minor problems right then and there, you can apply the $149 and have it all done. This is on most vehicles. You can call for details. Budget A1 transmission auto repair. They also do general car repair. They give 1 hour of free diagnostics always. South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. Budget A1 transmission and auto repair, 303-781-9858, 781-9858. Let's go and talk. Lee is calling about his, he is the son directly calling. His mom was so kind enough to start the story, but it was so hard to really just get the story because I was going through a third party. Lee, thanks for calling, man. So, you have a car deal, and where'd you make this car deal, Lee? Are you there, Lee? Man.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Where'd you buy this car, Lee?
Mike Maroney Chevrolet in Colorado Springs.
Mike Maroney Chevrolet. Okay. And Mike Maroney, for those listening, is, or Maroney, however you want to say it, Maroney, he's a big car dealer down in South Florida. Giant. And then he moved out here recently. I believe he has a place out here. So Mike Maroney Chevrolet, they're pretty straight people usually. You signed a deal like 3 weeks ago and took delivery of the car. Is that about right, Rick? I mean, Lee? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Lee.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they called and said that the loan was screwed up or they didn't have a loan. What was the story there?
So yeah, after the hailstorm on August 6th in Colorado Springs, I'm in active duty military. I was on base on Fort Carson, and both my vehicles got declared a total loss by USA.
Yeah, well, we don't have to go through that entire thing, though. I just get to the part where you went to get this new car.
Okay, yeah, so then that next weekend, August 11th, I went and I got the new car. And
okay.
The salesman at Mike Maroney, they said, provide us the letters of total loss on both of your 2 vehicles that you have now, and we'll get you in a new car.
Right.
And so we gave them the 2 letters, me and my wife did, and we got into a 2018 Chevy Trax, signed all the paperwork, and drove the car home that day.
Right. And then what's the problem, sir?
And so they've been calling us and saying that I guess they said that GM Financial had canceled the deal because we had the in-house financing with GM Financial, and they said that GM Financial had canceled the loan because the Nissan Versa that I had hadn't fallen off my credit yet, and they needed to improve
I understand.
Gap.
So anyway, where does it stand? Like they said that basically they couldn't get you financing, but then you found out you really did have a loan?
Yes, and so after they told us GM Financial had canceled the loan, you need to bring the car back, you don't have it, the car's not financed, I called GM Financial and they told me, their exact words were to me were, no, we have not canceled your loan. We sent the contract back to the dealership to correct the errors in the itemization.
Okay, so they didn't cancel it, but you still don't have it either. It's still in processing.
I guess that the funding, I guess.
So why don't you go back to Mike Maroney and get it worked out? I mean, in other words, if all they have to do is rewrite some things, just go back and do it. What's the hang-up, sir? What do you think the hang-up is?
Well, they said that they didn't have anything to re-itemize when I spoke to them Friday afternoon.
What do you mean? In other words, they don't know what GM was talking about.
That's what I'm assuming, because when I spoke to them, they said that the errors weren't on the contract. They said that the issue was that the other vehicle hadn't fallen off my credit report yet.
All right, here's the deal. It's one thing or another. So what are they proposing? Are they proposing you walk away from the deal, or are you going to lose money here? Let's get right to the bottom line. Are you going to lose money here?
If I have to bring the car back, then yeah, I would lose at least $1,000 down that I put on the car.
Is that what they told you?
Well, because they said that I would be paying for the usage.
Right.
That I've had since then.
Right. Okay. What do you want to happen? Do you want the deal to go through?
Yeah, I would love the deal to go through,
right.
Tom. I mean...
Okay, and then, Lee, here's what I suggest you do. Call the F&I guy, the finance guy, and just say, look, what exactly do I need to do to get this deal through? Because I don't want to undo it right now. I don't want to lose money. Tell him you've been talking to me even, and say, look, what do I need to do? Get an action list of exactly what you need to do. Not just, don't let your mom do it, don't let anyone else do it. Just call them and say, look, exactly what do I need to do? And you're getting help, even though you don't need my help for evaluating this. Tell them that. Say, Martino's got some experts in the card business, and they will help me through it. If you tell me exactly what you need, I will get it done. Just do that, just to see what they say. Suzanne, give him a back line to call us.
Will do.
And to email us directly. Let's just do that one at a time and find out. All right. This is long overdue because I had Benny here. Benny is a common man who's been listening to the show for a long time, and he does work with as an executive assistant for or basically a manager for an estate. And Benny, it's so nice to meet you, because when you call in, you have all these different scenarios, and in the beginning we were taking you seriously, then I realized you were just kidding around. No, thanks for coming in, Benny. Would you do me a favor and chime in on these calls? I just want to get your perspective. I mean that. That's why we have people in. So many times it's hard to do that.
Absolutely.
You don't have to raise your hand or anything. Just chime in. Mark Mark Szymanski does that when it comes to home improvements. You can just chime right in. So, Mark, on the home improvements, going back to this one that just seems like an out-and-out ripoff, this Lisa from her business, and this place, what is it called, Lighthouse? Did anyone call Lighthouse? Did you call them? No answer? All right.
What do you think, Mark? No one does that unless.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I've never seen that or heard of that.
Because they pulled the wire and then drywalled. There's no wire in the walls, and they drywalled.
No piping for the plumbing. And again, the wire. I took it that the wire was up above the ceiling, and you know.
But were they? Do you
it was roughed into there, but also the wire just stops above the ceiling. Well, you can't do that.
I wonder if this was just an out and out
scam.
I mean, if they planned on scamming these people at Lighthouse. Do we have Lighthouse's number? What is it? I want people to let them know they've heard them on the radio, because this is a serious problem. What is it?
I did reach their machine, and so they're still in business at 720-500-2907.
And I'm giving this number because I truly believe, listen, and I mean this sincerely. First of all, we do a public service. If you see this number, avoid it as far as using them until we find out what's going on. And then simply say, look, we heard about you on the radio. We'd like to know what's going on with this healing center. Now, Lisa, you have what's called Healing Waters Mind and Body Float Studio, right?
Correct.
That's a wonderful name. And I want to help you promote it, because you've been burned so bad you don't even have money for marketing. You have a beautiful website. So how long have you been open?
Almost 6 years.
Okay, so what is this? Just a recent move you made? Because I thought you were just starting out, but you've been open before, and this is a move?
This is a move and an expansion to try to help to build our business a little bit more, because we were doing pretty well.
Good.
And we needed a nicer place to move.
Okay, so right now you're up and running, and these problems are behind you. Is that right?
They're still in the forefront for sure, but we are up and running. And
you mean on
really
the forefront in what way? You mean because that you were ripped off, but the corrections have been made to the facility, right?
Yeah, it's just that we don't have the money to do what we needed to do to promote us in a new space.
I understand. You're victimized, but at the message is you're up and running, and you're accommodating people, and you're located where?
We're off of 100th and Wadsworth in Westminster. 100th
and Wadsworth, and it's called Healing Waters. The website is healingwatersfloatstudios.com, right? healingwatersfloatstudios.com, and it's Healing Waters. I'm going to give out your phone number. And then let's see what we can do for you and help you. And then every once in a while, you can call us with a screaming deal. Maybe you'll come up with a couple deals for the first 5 callers or something, and we'll get the word out. And Dan, Deputy Dan, you even said you've tried this, right? If you just tuned in, we're trying to help Lisa out because she got ripped off by a contractor, and she blew her budgeting, her marketing money, and she's really trying to make a go of this as a single mom. She's a psychologist. She just moved into this new place, and that she was really taken to the cleaners, as they say, and she's now up and running and got past that, but she's underwater at least 15 grand from Lighthouse Construction. They suck. Dano. Yeah, hold on, Dan. He's telling me that I'm way over, but just tell me, was it good or?
No, it was good. I think everybody should at least give it a shot and stuff, as long as you're not claustrophobic.
Her number is 303-466-5200. Healing Waters. Okay, 100th and Wadsworth.
Healing Waters, what?
Healing Water. Here, I'll look it up right here.
I'm interested in that.
You haven't done it?
No.
Damn, Benny, where you at?
It's the
Hey, can you come here a minute, please?
It's not like an odd, and they shut the roof.
Yeah. I've seen it all.
Yeah, but only 30s.
There's actually quite a few.
I was always interested in trying it. Joe Rogan, he's a podcast guy and a writer and comedian.
He's talking to Joe Rogan, the guy that does MMA and stuff.
Yeah.
Won't go for Elon Musk.
I think I would freak out in there. I don't think I'd sit there.
Yeah, me too.
It is. Like I say, you don't have to shut it.
I think that if I'm not surrounded by people, I'd be all right.
Healing Waters.
Cannot be combined with other credit offers. Exclusions apply.
Healing Waters, mind and body. That's what I was missing. Mind and body.
Solar is the only solar installer I recommend. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino.
$99.75 watts.
Save on energy bills, add value to your home, and you own, so no complications. Sell for a free solar efficiency analysis. 720-449-2935.
That's a website. It's a good website. That's a good website.
You'll know whether it makes sense or not without wasting time.
I think they have some overnight ones.
No kidding. Solar guide available at gocamsolar.com. That's gocamsolar.com.
Hi, Pat Miller, Gabby Gourmet. Hope you'll join me every Saturday.
Just don't fall asleep. You'll end up like the singer from the Cranberries.
What happened?
She got drunk in a bathtub and drowned.
Oh my God.
Like, you know the zombie girl? The zombie, that song?
No.
Zombie.
No, I don't know her. Honest to goodness, never. But I'll tell you, let's say I know someone very personally that this almost happened to.
It's scary, yeah.
She drank too much all the time.
And what happened to him?
The singer from the Cranberries.
Cranberries.
You'll know the band.
They rank right up there with the monkeys.
With the raisins.
There are no monkeys.
They're with the raisins.
Those raisins that walk around.
Monkeying around, God. And that wasn't even David Nisbet's real hat.
Did you know that the Monkees outsold the Beatles in 1967? Beat the shit out of them.
When did they come to America?
The Monkees?
No, the Beatles.
The Monkees have always been with us.
Beatles.
Did you know Davy Jones was actually on the Ed Sullivan Show with the Beatles premiere?
Hey.
Isn't that crazy?
And he overshadowed them.
I can't say that. It is true. He was actually on there that night.
We did put a conduit in the wall and shove it above the drop ceiling.
I heard you watch this thing with Burt Reynolds.
Junction box that could be tied in later.
He was on.
And maybe that's
Jay Leno.
By them not putting plumbing behind the wall.
And some kid was on there from Nickelodeon, which is a TV station. And he was literally picking on the kid like fucking crazy. Total asshole.
And he flips out, yeah. I just saw the video just 2 seconds ago.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's floating around Facebook.
I want to see that.
How old was he when he did that?
What is
Burt Reynolds?
Small claims. I don't care. Small claims court.
So was this later?
No, I don't. No, it's not.
No, this is not an
Jay Leno. I don't want to clutter.
Or maybe not 10. But
See, he was really, people liked him on Johnny Carson. Burt Reynolds.
Well, they said he was a real douche, man. On this deal.
Was he during a break or?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I heard it on the way over. So I didn't even hear it. I heard someone talking about it on the news.
Flax or about that.
I heard Howard Stern talking about it.
I agree. But and then it can be light panels.
I wish they played it because I wish they played at least the audio.
I'm sure you got it on YouTube.
Then I got
I'm sure you should.
Just the volume's on the other side.
67 hairs later.
What do you do? I'm sure it's on YouTube.
Yes. I looked up YouTube. Burt Reynolds, Jay Leno on his first one.
That guy didn't answer the phone. It's a website. You know, they answered. I got an answering machine, but they're still in business. So
I can't believe it's so easy to find. This is the one.
Oh, I remember this. This was like when I was somewhat of a kid. These stupid slime shows.
It wasn't a matter of being scammed. People were so
How long is it?
Oh,
it's an expensive tile.
I mean, sure it gets sprinkled in between.
Oh, he's older.
I mean,
oh, this is the guy here using.
I mean,
Hi, Tom Martino. Listen, I want to also say something else about Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. I did a commercial for them about their transmission service for $149, and then that's applied to any repairs if you need them. But here's another special that they wanted to let you know about. $89 in labor to fix anything. It's $89 plus parts. So no matter how long it takes, you'll never pay more than $89 plus parts, or it's free. Meaning the call is free. They will give you a complete diagnostic and outline why it's more than 89. For example, your whole transmission or your whole engine might be out. Now, 90% of the time you can make the repair for $89 plus parts. If they can't, you don't pay anything, so you still get your diagnostic. This is Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. And then if you just want free diagnostics, you can just drive in, and that's just a free diagnostic, period. So whatever special you want, they have it. They're just trying to get people to know what they're going to cost without having a heart attack. 303-781-9858. South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. That's Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair. Let's keep going here because there's so much going on with this contracting company. It really sucks when people get ripped off like they did. Joe's got a question on
heating and cooling systems. Go ahead, Joe.
Hi.
Hi.
I have about 1,100 square foot townhouse,
Mm-hmm.
and it has central air in it, and I want to have my furnace checked and my air conditioning unit checked this fall. I'm also...
I would do it sooner than later, because if they're not busy, then you have time to get everything checked out and you're not under pressure. If it's freezing out and they say something is dangerous, you don't want to be held hostage.
Okay. The other question I had was, this townhouse, when they built it, it only has one cold air return, and it's toward the front of the house.
You may not have enough, and that's one of the most common. That's one of the most common problems. Before I go, though, and you can hang on and ask me anything you want, I do want to say you'll never go wrong, and I just have to say this because I went through and I shopped and I put them through background checks, and I've known them for like 20 years. Is Fix It 24/7. I know George, the owner. These people will never ever cheat you, ever, and no matter what they do, it's going to be a better value because they go beyond. Everybody that uses them, they call me back and say, thank God for telling me about them. For example, if you want your entire house checked, or if you have a problem, it's just $39, and then they apply that. If you just want your furnace checked, they not only check it, they clean it, and they dismantle it to the extent they can. So, Joe, you will never find a better place to get it checked and cleaned. And it's only $39. 720-526-3939. That's 720-526-3939, fixmyhome.com. Now, Joe, stick around if you have any specific questions, but you can't go wrong using the referral list and these people.
If you want granite or solid surface,
on this one here, you
Anyway, they did a back door.
They found the fellow I work for said you might know you. His name is Richard Turlington.
Remember he said that
He used to be the corporate over at News 9.
9 News?
Yeah.
What was it there?
Some sort of
dumped a glass of water.
Really? Yeah.
You did?
Richard
I gotta watch
Turlington.
it.
And then the guy tried to pull a glass of water from Leno's desk, and Bert hit it and knocked him out of it.
He was with
Comcast.
You almost got to listen to it.
With Comcast?
Burt Reynolds.
He left the news
Oh,
and
YouTube.
went to Comcast.
And then was there retired? Is he retired?
No, he was, yeah. And that's why he's able to afford such a large estate.
The city is salt.
Oh my God.
In fact,
They're used to it.
I mean, it's his story.
I don't know. You're going to have to listen to it.
Either
mid-span, I don't think
could you imagine looking on ice?
No.
So, and can you imagine your whole life changing like that? Just 3 things.
Oh, they're talking about it.
It's also, part of
design.
Personal care.
Which wouldn't have been that much on it. If they'd gone to Home Depot and bought a book on framing. There we go. Right. Seriously, if you've never framed something before,
looked at it.
Saying that you're a contractor, the least you should do. Right.
Well, why did he do that?
Or online.
Why did he dump water?
Did you listen to it or just watch it?
Oh, no, I don't know. I just browsed the video.
Look how young Lionel looks. This has got to be 15, 20 years old.
Yeah, Bert looks pretty young, too. I'll bet you he's probably...
So Mark Summers is awesome.
So this probably was 17 years ago or so.
He's on the Tonight Show.
Crooked.
Well, he was on Johnny Carson all the time.
I want to say it's probably...
No, I'm talking the other guy. He's horrible.
Mark Summers was famous when I was a little kid. Yeah. Like, let's say 15.
He looked very good there. They shook hands.
This contractor
want to use the
That's what happened is Bert had to move over. That was
they always do. They always got it.
Should have been the second guy.
McMahon never moved over.
Bad in the fireplace.
Right. And even basic stuff. I think he only said
tile, so you have cuts on both ends, Right. Same. They started against one wall.
And you read that?
Yeah, it goes across.
He's saying, I hate Cannonball Run. It sucks.
I mean, you'd have half that.
Always yard, they're all gay.
Well, first of all, The Crew is obviously Burt Reynolds' best movie.
Right. And I guess right now,
He looks mad, doesn't he?
Come out higher because everybody's busy.
He did look mad. Why did he look mad?
Now watch him. He grabs his water and dumps it in his lap.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh my God! I wish I could hear this.
I know.
What's that?
I'm sure they have closed captioning in Pursuit too.
Yes, and that's another thing, finding people.
like about 2 years ago, my wife and I were down in Hobbs, New Mexico, to settle her brother's estate down there.
What?
And
Did you dump it? What's
by
he
the way,
saying?
if your life is
What did he say to him?
I don't know. I'm going to go back.
drug addicts and loan sharks and gambling people coming after you, your estate makes you
kids. I mean, you force the child, you hold
I couldn't believe
head
that
under the
we
bed
had to
and
come to
then
the door
throw them out.
Really? Indie casinos come to the door to collect debts.
That's just odd.
Oh, wow. Drug dealers come to collect debts.
And I was just...
Wow.
Oh, wait. Okay.
My wife's
Bert. Okay, check it out. Bert's I think Bert's talking to him.
But anyway, Halliburton had signs up, $43 an hour for laborers on billboards. Wow. For oil field work. And, you know, Hobbs, New Mexico is, everything grows there has a sticker on it.
Very strange.
It's a refinery town. There's nothing nice about living. You know, you should be paid extra for being there. Right. And the work is out in oil fields. It's either he talks dusty and dry all summer or freezing cold and so forth. Right. I mean, it's all hard work.
4,000 cans of paint.
But I kept seeing these suns over and over. And I found here's because I was trying to get a son along maybe to come down there and work.
This is weird. I didn't see Bert say anything.
He just did it.
There's got to be a bill. See, he just said something there. We have to say it because you're, I was talking back.
Mark?
Yeah, but he said
remember the
something
crack I had? See, got it.
You got it fixed Friday?
Yeah, this is the temp, but I was chewing on my pen, and a piece of tooth came out. That's what happens when you turn 65, brothers.
And you got a pen.
Mine break off. I'm going to Scooter to get them.
I was just talking. God, I just want to stop. Thank you. He's got scissors.
What the hell is
So, we opened an office in Fort Collins.
Scissors, no.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
Not yet.
So
We are
told me
really
that
big up
because
there.
my wife tells
So Fort Collins, I mean, it's
me
strictly,
that
it's strictly,
often she says marriage
it's strictly roofing, it's strictly exterior, not any.
Boom.
illegal drugs, or if it's a mental health issue, anxiety,
That is a big
I don't get it. God, we're going to have to
Now
listen.
watch again now. Here's again now. He did reach over, grab Jay Leno.
I'm asking.
Oh!
I don't know. You must have done it for a reason.
Well, I brought this sales guy on that he's good at that, but I just fired him on Friday, so now I'm rehiring him. I got ads out now to hire a new sales guy.
Hey, he's looking for a sales guy. Should we give him a name of the guy that we know?
Interior.
Oh!
Solero.
No.
Solero.
no more denials.
You gotta have, I just fired my guy Friday.
Did you hear they're working on
No obligation.
They moved into Fort Collins.
Who?
Fort Collins. We have an actual office.
720-89.
That's right. College Boulevard.
Oh, we've got to update that then.
That's right.
What's our website? Just exterior though. I'm not doing interior stuff. Our advertising went there.
Did you know you're setting your treasure?
Our advertising
All the time.
Oh, did it?
So we're getting all these calls.
With money I don't remember.
People.
Anyway, we're talking about being in
I want to do the Springs too, actually. I haven't found a person who put there yet.
He's not a kid.
Try our new 9-grain wheat sub, Jimmy John's. We yeah.
This is the Michael Brown Show.
Oh! Does this get worse? I did not know he did that. Hey, this can't be good.
What is that job about? Then once
This can't be good.
well, just refund the difference.
Thank you, Father. So he was in on the screens.
What would happen if they started a fight on there?
Maybe a supplement.
Because that's how Geraldo got cooked.
Yeah, okay.
I do have a friend.
Of course I did.
Yes, it was his friend.
Of course
Have
I
him
did.
come on.
Of course I
Have
did.
him come on. Do you have his number? Text him. Tell him to call again.
Jeez, who called that one?
I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Help me if you can. I'm feeling
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your Troubleshooter this hour, brought to you by Icon. I care. Oh, I love these guys. Can't stop talking about them. Icon for any eye problems. Glaucoma. You know, that's serious. Macular degeneration. What about anything you have wrong with your eyes? They are a full eye care clinic. Hey, I'm Tom Martino. This is what we do on the show. Just so you know, the sponsorships and show, they have to be congruent and together. We can't recommend people we truly don't use and believe in. And then the consumer information we give, like Joe, I didn't want her to think she just called in last hour. I'm just going to give her a name and be out of here. I want to give her some tips, especially on her return air issue. I recommended Fix It 24/7 to clean and check her furnace. Now, we integrate, the only show that does this. So I don't know how to put this, but the commercials are literally part of the content, and our content goes into commercials. Call it an unfair advantage, but it's true. It's not, I don't like to use even the word commercial break because it's really all part on this show. So you can give us feedback on this show of anybody you hear advertising with us. No other show does that. No other place does it. So Icon is one of them. I can't stop talking about them, but they do I Care. And the real deal here is that they are now your hometown LASIK partner of the Denver Broncos. Icon Eye Care has performed 250,000 LASIK procedures. This is what I'm talking about now, because people say, well, what about LASIK? Yes, 250,000 in the last 20 years with the top surgeons in Denver. Icon doctors and staff at the Denver LASIK Center helps everyone, and they helped me with my, of course, other procedure. For your free LASIK consultation, you can call right now. Listen to this one. 866-GOT-ICON. Do you love that number? 866-GOT-ICON. And they are a partner of the Denver Broncos. Icon Eye Care for all your eye care. Okay. Now let's keep going. 303-713-TALK. Dan's got a quick question on holding paychecks, the legality of holding paychecks. We also have guests in the studio I'll introduce as we go on. What's going on, Dan?
Yes, my grandson was out of work for a while on medical leave.
Yes.
And while he was, of course, the company kept paying his medical insurance, kept it up to date.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's back at work, he was out for 4 months, and now they're taking his entire paycheck until he's caught up with what they've paid into his medical insurance. Is that legal?
What? I don't. They're offsetting. Well, first of all,
they're offsetting what they paid that he didn't pay.
But what I need to know, I need to know this: is there any employment agreement to begin with?
Yeah, he had an employment agreement, but I haven't seen it.
All right, that's going to be paramount, okay? Because how bosses pay for fringe benefits is up to the employment agreement, because they don't have to provide anything. What I want to know is this, though. When it comes to this particular premium they paid, who was paying it before he was disabled?
He was paying it.
Okay. And
I mean, he was paying it, you know, they take...
Well, this is what I want to know. What I want to know, Dan, is did this guy, what's his first name, your son?
Ryan.
Did Ryan have a plan where the employer paid part and he paid part?
I think he did, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen the plan.
Okay, whatever it is, Ryan's contribution, when he could no longer make it, you're telling me the employer made it?
Correct.
What would be wrong if that was the case? If they fronted him that money, what is wrong with now wanting to be paid back? That's the part I don't understand.
I'm not saying they want to be paid back, but he's part-time.
Wait, they don't want to be paid back?
No. They're taking money out to pay back what they paid in.
I don't think he likes the fact they're taking it all out.
But you know, they took his entire paycheck.
They can't do that. They can't do that.
2 weeks. He worked for 2 weeks and he got nothing.
I think they can take, even under, well, listen, I don't know this is as far as offsetting, but as far as, let's say it was a garnishment, the most they can take is 25% of gross.
Well, that's what I was asking. What's the percentage they can take?
Well, in a garnishment, listen, in a garnishment, it's 25% of gross. I don't know when it's an offset. What is happening here is called an offset, and employers do it all the time. I'm not sure if there's a limit. Mark Szymanski, do you know? Did you ever have to offset for tools or anything?
No, we've never had to do offset, but I would thought they would still have to at least give them a minimum People have to live.
I know, obviously. I mean, I don't know what the law is, though. I don't know.
I've loaned employees money before out of the company, and they've agreed to pay me back out of their next check, so I don't know as well.
Yeah, so here's what we need to do is check. Suzanne, maybe we can check with John Davis, attorney at law, on our referral list. He's been with us for so many years in so many areas. Or maybe someone else. But let's start with John to see if he has an idea. So hold on a second, Dan, and we'll figure that out. I mean, it does seem weird they took every penny. It does. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jason, what's going on with you, Jason?
How's it going? Thanks for having me on. I got a little bit of a problem.
What is it?
Well, I think Benny there can help me big time.
Why?
Well, because, let me give you a little background. My wife and I had our 5-year anniversary. I want to do something very nice.
Now, I did not give Benny's last name. How do you know it's him? Can you see him?
Oh, well, yes, I can, on the webcam, actually.
Okay. What about it?
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to do a beautiful Asian dinner for my wife, naturally, because she's a Filipino.
Okay.
So, I wanted the most exquisite panda meat I could find.
Panda meat?
Absolutely.
Let me interrupt here. I know who this guy is. I sold him legitimate panda meat.
Wait, you can't sell panda meat.
You can sell exotic animal protein.
You can sell exotic animal protein?
That's right. It's not my fault if this gentleman's tongue isn't sophisticated enough to recognize panda meat.
Wait, what do you think he sold you?
Well, all right, let's calm it down. I'll tell you what he sold me, because I know exactly what he sold me. He sold me Tonkin snub-nosed monkey. How do I know this? It's very similar to a lemur. How do I know that? Well, because lemurs are soft and flaky, the meat, and it's very slightly gamey.
True. That is true.
Yeah, slightly gamey.
That is true, but I didn't sell him any monkey meat. I sold him genuine...
Because I drank it with a Riesling wine.
I think we're being put together is what I think.
Do you slap around your monkey?
Hey, stop that, Mark! Hold on, listen, Jason, you're saying you wanted panda meat and he sold you snub-nosed whatever it was.
Snub-nosed monkey, exactly, sir.
Okay, so what do you want?
Well, I want my panda meat. It's supposed to be like koala, and I loved koala. It goes great with a bold red.
Okay, now, hold on. Hold on. Now I know I'm being put together. I want to know, though. I just want to know. There was a place in town that used to do exotic game meats. They used to sell exotic game meats. Seriously. Lion?
The Fort.
No. I'm talking about a butcher shop or whatever you call them now. Meat shop. No, seriously, they sold stuff, but I don't.
There's a meat down in Lodo. There is a restaurant meat shop that sells unique meats.
Like you could get alligator and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know though if panda.
Yeah, I didn't see panda when I was there.
No.
You're saying that you wouldn't pay top dollar to try panda meat?
Honest to God, on the web you can buy it. You can buy panda meat.
Might be my website.
They say it's panda meat.
Oh, my God. Exotic animal protein. This guy is, what are you kidding? Panda meat. This is real? Or is this just a joke? You know what else they have? Well, you just put exotic meats. Now, of course, you're going to get some other websites, but I mean, as far as the food. but as far as the food, though, if you put exotic meats, you get some weird meat shops. So you heard it here for Exotic Meat Market, honest to God. That's what it is. And here's what they have. Beaver. And I didn't mean to say that right off. Antelope. Alpaca. Alligator. Bison. Bluefoot chicken, whatever. Bobcat. And they have brain burgers. Coyote. Or as people say, you don't say coyote, you say coyote. I don't know. Dove. Duck. What is eland? Emu? No, seriously. Frog, goat, kangaroo, lamb, lion, possum, giraffe, raccoon, reindeer. Oh, my God. Squirrels, testicles, all different testicles, and pigeon. Now, my uncles in the old days, you know, they would eat pigeon and squirrel, anything in a good tomato sauce, you know. Anyway, that's it. I'm not going to promote that site anyway. Okay, thank you, Jason, for the setup. I thought maybe for a while you had something there. 303-713-8255. On a serious note, if you truly want deals, buy and build 4800 Washington Street. Seriously.
it's not just for do-it-yourselfers. A lot of people think buy and build, and it's not. And it's all below wholesale, and contractors go there. So if you're a contractor, you may want to listen up. Buyandbuild.net, a big giant warehouse with pennies on the dollar for most stuff. And they do have an auction coming up soon, and I want you to keep an eye out for that, and I'll let you know when it is. Because even though they have great deals, like this giant warehouse on all kinds of stuff, I mean plumbing fixtures, they have slabs of granite. They have cabinets. They have electrical fixtures. I don't know if you've ever gone there, Mark Szymanski, but it's unbelievable.
No, I have not been in there.
Oh man, like fixtures, plumbing fixtures, you can spend 10 times the amount on plumbing fixtures at a plumbing warehouse than you can here. Anyway, you have to see it to believe it. 4800 Washington Street. The next auction starts September 13th. Okay, so that means it starts on the 13th. You can start bidding. It ends on the 19th, and you can look at their website. It's buyandbuild.net for more information, or listen to me and we'll tell you more about it. And it's at 4800 Washington Street, but the auction is online. 303-295-6022.
Raccoon hot dogs.
Coyote?
There's a
coyote.
Look up your local Ford store. The Roadkill Cafe in Sturgis, South Dakota.
Give them a true panda.
They have all.
Panda and
Here's Brian. What do you think? Roadkill Cafe has thumper on the bumper.
Howdy.
Kim with grilled grill.
Lamb brains, goat brains.
Good brain.
Oh, it looks disgusting.
Monkey brains, just like
How does he decide that?
Indiana Jones.
Look at that weird looking bird. Who the fuck would eat that?
Well,
Buckhorn is the one that has all
you
these
know,
underneath the
yeah.
Buckhorn.
Yeah, she does well. She really does. I mean, you haven't had any complaints the last
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's good.
So I'm getting more on.
She's good.
As far as this kind of stuff, like, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, for Brit, we let him decide the time, generally. So.
Roadkill Cafe in Sturgis, see if they're still there. Road.
Your joke's
Yeah.
hurt.
You don't know exactly how to get it done. Or was the opposite? Yep. Hi, Dan Cicchini, done right.
There's supposed to be another kid calling in about how I got his bike stolen when we were kids, but I don't think he's gonna. I think he chickened out.
Chickened out?
I think he chickened out.
Chicken? Arizona. That's different.
What's his name?
Another
chicken.
His name's Cairo.
Kyle, you're a chicken?
He is a chicken. The story goes, when we were kids, I let him borrow my bike, him and his girlfriend, and they got it stolen. It was my favorite bike. And like, it was 16 years ago, and I still bust his balls about it because my favorite bike. So we were going to flip it around that I had a bike stolen, and I was just going to yell at him that I didn't.
Will become your reality.
Come on and grab it.
Done once and for all. Kitchens, pans.
The chickens that didn't quite cross the road.
Thumper on a bumper.
Hey, why did the chicken cross the basketball court?
Come on. This
Oh,
is
I know
common
this.
knowledge.
I know this.
This is common knowledge.
Come on, why?
Just do as a referee.
That's right.
Because he heard the ref was blowing fouls.
Pretty good.
It goes over great at kids' parties.
Suzanne?
They have no idea.
My dad, growing up, my entire life had one leg amputated at the hip, so his huge prosthesis was went around his waist and goes all the way down on his It's made from foam and metal and plastic and stuff like that. And a lot of times during family gatherings with the little kids and stuff, play Simon Says, and he'd do one of the, like, Simon Says do this, Simon Says do this, and then he'd get a switchblade and say Simon, and he just jams it into his fake leg. And the kids flip out. Fake leg really came into handy.
Speaking of the prosthetics nowadays,
Unbelievable.
the carbon fiber and titanium that weigh nothing, and people, it looks like when they walk by the
You should have seen it. Like this whole giant thing, it looked like it was made out of a tree log.
Yeah.
So Mark, on this, you don't even put in grout in this, huh?
No, you know it's grout.
HomeLoans.com.
This is
They can answer all of your home loan questions.
It's called
It's tongue and groove.
Well, not really tongue and groove, kind of just sets on there.
Is each stone separate like this, or does it come in strips? No, each stone separate like this, you know, different colors, and everyone.
I'm answering the taxi. These man's gonna get them all, print them out, and have us do sign.
Well, they were all pretty heavy. Couldn't they make them lighter? Yeah, but I mean, a lot of that fake stone is a little lighter and stuff. But maybe it's
Oh, God, good.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This, working with that grout bag, filling in my sauce. Terrible. I like the grout bag. No, it looks terrible.
And you can do a whole wall.
Well, it's very expensive. The cost is the same as regular stone, but the install time is a fraction.
I can't believe they came back.
And then you can replace it very quickly, too.
Oh, you know what, man?
Take it off, fill in the
holes. I just can't believe this team came back and won.
They're so good.
They look horrible.
That's what he
They
was
look
number
so
one
bad.
quarterback.
Right, so bad.
How bad is he? How bad is his regular?
It's not bad. I have the package.
Oh, really? He was faking? You're saying he was faking?
Get in the mind.
Who plays tonight?
Oh, I know
He's
that
playing
one.
again.
That's
But for a different team.
Monday night is pirate team. What were they? Raiders. The Raiders and someone else. I should know because they got Jordy Nelson.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We are here to help you, and Art of Granite is too. Mitch Floria. Art of Granite makes it very easy to do your granite countertops or your cabinets, and here's how he makes it easy. You just call him, and he'll give you a price on the phone because he charges for fabrication and installation. That's it. He doesn't charge for the granite itself. He charges only the wholesale amount that he pays, or the stone or whatever stone. He's a direct stone importer. And also, he doesn't charge for tear out and haul away. Listen, if you don't like the price, you'll know right away. That's how great he is. And he's a good guy. All right? So, artofgranite.net. He's located in Golden if you want to go out there and pick all your stuff. But call and give him a general idea, and you'll get a pretty close price. 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919, artofgranite.net. Then we have, of course, with us today, Genesis Total Exteriors. And he does some interior stuff. He does kitchens, entire kitchens. And is granite still as popular as it used to be? Oh. I know that Mitch's doing a lot of other stuff, too. Though.
Yeah, granite is quartz.
Granite has come way down in price, hasn't it? You remember when it was so expensive?
Yeah, and you know, you had all the different levels. And so...
We have a comment on exotic meat, thanks to Benny and his friend who called in about it. So, Keith, what is your comment? I didn't realize all the stuff you can buy.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's kind of interesting. But you asked what an eland was, and that's a really large African antelope.
Oh, why do you know this?
Oh, I've got a friend that hunts, that goes over to Africa and hunts.
Does he do real hunting, or is it the enclosed hunting?
Well, I mean, how much time do you have? I could go on for hours about
what?
The enclosures are hundreds of thousands of acres.
Well, I'm not talking about that kind of enclosure. I'm talking about where they have the tower and you go in this and there's basically a corral. It's disgusting.
No. You can there. I'm sure there are still places you can do that, but it's so highly regulated in Africa now that
it is.
Some of these. Oh yeah, hunting is so regulated in Africa. It's amazing. You can't just go over and shoot anything. You have to. It costs tens of thousands of dollars.
Really?
You can get away with a cheap hunt if you wanted to do something like those little tiny antelope like dikers and little animals called dicks and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting.
Little animals called what?
Story. There's a little antelope called a dick. And there's another one that's very tiny too, called the diker. And
the little tiny one. The little tiny one is called the mark. I believe it's called the mark.
Tom.
303-713-8255. Mark, stop. You don't have to prove anything. Sandra, what's going on with you, Sandra?
Hi, Tom.
What's happening?
So I have a little mini cargo van that I bought to turn into a camper van.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble finding a company that can put in windows in one of these.
Don't go to Denver food trucks. You remember those guys are out of business.
I do.
They were putting regular, like, house windows in a van for food. So listen, there are so many trim shops in Denver, I can't count them, that do great work. I'm serious.
I think Window Source might. They're on the referral list.
Wait, for a van?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, they'll do a lot, man. They'll do, like, shower doors. They'll do everything. Who's the guy that went off?
Auto glass is class in
Who's the guy we used to do spots for?
Oh, man,
he went out and did a
5280
window glass.
They bought 5280.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
But I don't think 5280 ever did vehicles, did they?
I think so.
Listen, if anyone knows, Mark, we need to get someone on. If they do it, fine. Let's call them and find out. Suzanne, if you could real quick. If not, if anyone knows, you know, you're talking about literally cutting into the metal and trimming it out.
There seem to be like metal inserts where the windows should go.
Well,
so
the way they do
what they're doing can pop these out.
Yeah. Wait, so you do have existing windows?
Well, existing holes, I think.
Wait a minute.
No glass or anything like that, but there's like a metal covering. And, you know, this is just a regular...
Sandra, this is a van, a mini cargo. This is a cargo van that you think has pre-designated areas that they can cut.
Right.
Okay, that's what I thought. Now, listen, we will put out the word and find out. But what else do you need? Let's see.
It's the windows, and that seems to be the hardest part. And then suggestions on companies that actually do the van camper upfit.
Oh, that is so difficult. There are a lot of rip-offs in this area.
How old's this van?
It's
called
brand new.
You want a conversion?
I bought it for this purpose, and I've had it since June now, trying to find.
She wants a conversion company, and they're hard to find. Yeah. I would call our RV. Let's see, Century RV. That's what I would call Century RV. And they would probably have connections for all of this. Suzanne, let's see if we can get someone from Century on, and then we'll check with our glass. You know, if you do like Century RV, they might know someone. I wouldn't go separately for windows and then for conversion. I think the conversion companies do it all. I wouldn't do anything separately, because if you put in a window and it's not in the right spot and now they have to move some vent or some range, I would, depending on the level of trim, I would definitely go with a conversion company. Now the question is who? We've never really had a lot of questions about this. All I know is we've had a ton of complaints, Sandra, a ton of complaints. You have to be very careful. Once they start cutting into that van, they'll ruin it. It'll be over. So,
and you know, not that I can find anybody who wants to do it at all, but I am trying to get it done right.
Right, of course. So let's
why not buy a van that's already done? I agree.
That's where I was scratching my head.
The difference
That's
would
a
be
good question.
thousands of dollars. You know, a small RV is around 60, 70 or more, whereas this was in the 20,000s.
Well, yeah, but this is, you know, all of a sudden you got ripped off by
I think
$10,000 because you tried.
But I do think you can always do it cheaper yourself if you do a one-ups. The reason the van companies don't do it is because they just can't. You know, but Sandra, that's providing you know how to do it correctly. Now, I knew a guy who knew how to do it correctly. Oh, my God, he could finish them out and have a beautiful van. For you buy the $23,000 empty van, I think it was. Was it around, how much was yours?
Mine I got for $21,500.
Okay, so you do about, let's say, 22 grand there, and for 20 you can put, oh my God, I mean,
yes,
you would believe.
That's my plan, but I'm stuck.
TrueView.
What is TrueView, Mark?
A glass place on referral list, it'll do it.
Oh, cool.
TrueView.
Yes, Suzanne. We got somebody calling in. Line what? 3? Hold on.
He says he knows a place.
Okay, this is Chris. Go ahead, Chris. What do you know? Now, I want to make clear that we haven't checked any of these out, except for, of course, the one on the referral is TrueView for Windows. But, Chris, you know places that convert?
Yeah, I mean, for my work van, I needed 2 windows put in the side doors.
Oh.
And there's a place in Broomfield called Aero, A-E-R-O, Suds, S-U-D-S.
But do they do full conversions or just the windows?
They might be able to, they do a whole bunch of stuff there. It's a whole huge warehouse, and they do bed liners, they do toppers, they do all sorts of truck and van accessories.
Okay, thank you. He's saying, Sandra, we're going to, if you could hold on and listen, or you can hang, or just leave your number with Suzanne.
Okay.
We're going to check with Century RV. They're good. They're good people. Even if they don't do it, they may know someone who does it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Crackerjack mudjacking. Call them now before winter hits, because concrete problems will never get better on their own. If you have concrete that's sinking, the good news is you don't have to change out the whole slab, even if it's in a tight spot in the basement. Crackerjack mudjacking can get in and lift it up, level it out, and correct the situation. Then all you have to do is caulk those cracks, and it's like they were never there. Well, of course, you might have a caulk line and all that. What I'm saying is their repair is permanent. They have 60,000 jobs behind them. They've been in business 20 years, and you can depend on them. Remember that name for any of your concrete sinking, because it has to do with voids underneath the concrete. Crackerjack mudjacking.com. 303-410-7787. Call them. Those problems only get worse, and eventually they could hurt your structure. 303-410-7787, crackerjackmudjacking.com.
2018 Sprinter, and I did some research about conversion vans, because I imagine those vans, what are they going to do with the seats? So I wanted to ask, what do you do with your seats so I can get rid of mine? I came up with a business called Van Customs, Van Life Customs. They're out of northern Colorado. The website looks great. I mean, if you wanted to mention it to what's-her-face.
To Sandra.
Van Life Customs.
We went out and saw one they converted. Who did that? Me and you went out. It was near Todd Terry with Apple Air's place. We've
seen some hellacious jobs, bad jobs.
Okay. You and I went out there, man.
You know those little tiger that are on Astro vans?
I love those.
Yeah.
They're in Broome.
The guy,
really?
The guy paid. He right under refund truck. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just remember Todd Terry's place was right down the road.
How about your?
I don't know if they still build those. I know they were there a few years ago.
They put a couple batteries in it. The guy had boats there, campers.
Friend, they had one needing parts about 4 or 5 years ago. They were still there.
Wow.
It was a while back, man. It looked like something like
When I
this.
first moved here, I lived in my car. 2005 Camry.
I looked just like
the lady bring one.
I wish I had a Tiger. I lived those things.
No, I remember that. That was a full.
he had a later one that had the electric. I guess
You don't remember something that was just like that?
One of the part of the drive next to me down.
It's so much fun.
Went bad. It wasn't bad to fix, but they were still there. So
They weren't going to refund it. It came down to $1,000.
Love vans.
I thought I had the deal set. Everybody was happy, and then of course the consumer wanted to back out. Wanted to pull them
Oh, yes! Yes, the one guy. Yes. But that wasn't like, that was a bigger one, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember, right, the guy, then he ended up going kind of gonzo and stuff, and the business was a really nice guy, he settled it, yeah. That was up north, wasn't it?
Yep. Just got it done.
It was next to Apple Air, right.
Every one of those panels has been.
That was a while back.
Yeah, that's one of the first one we went on to. You're right, you had it down and stuff.
It was done deal, man. That's happened so many times. It's done, then they want more.
Mark, when can we call? Thomas.
Right after the show.
Okay.
I would like to get it done.
Is this 866 dot icon? Should I switch that? We need to put that on the.
Yeah.
So that needs to go on the website too.
Yeah, that's right. It just came out with that.
Okay.
God, icon.
It's a real Joe Dirt experience for me. Some nobody going into the radio and telling a story. I guess you guys haven't seen the movie, huh?
Yes. What movie?
Joe Dirt.
Oh, I love Joe Dirt.
Is that? Oh, is that what?
I like how his parents left him at the Grand Canyon.
Well, yeah.
He goes into the trash can to grab something, get some grub.
He comes back out.
Hey! No, he goes, look, it's not even the cheap stuff, it's Skull.
Yeah.
It's not those pussy bandits.
Oh, Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
His mom sewed a mop on his head. That's the best. You know that was based on a true story.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, what's the phone number? What am I updating it to?
866 dot icon.
Oh, I hate doing that, though.
What are you talking about, man?
I don't want to put that on a local number, do I?
Put what on?
866
Why not?
That's all they have. Because people look at it and they got to fucking look at a phone.
Right.
And if they have a phone like
Oh,
mine.
oh, the letters. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't back where they had, you know. Okay, what is it? I'll put both of them here. 866 got icon.
Yeah. Loans from 100,000 to 2.5 million, same rate. Why continue to pay so much interest? Keep more of your money. Call 720-895-0500 and start saving. Homeowners have been using this loan since 1965. Affordable interest mortgage, where it's all about you. 720-895-0500. Affordable interest mortgage, and talk to the experts. Regulated by DOR, NMLS 298191, equal credit lender.
This is the Ross Kaminsky Show.
Remember that kid pussy down.
The white kid.
The white kid.
Who?
I had another buddy of mine gonna call in and complain about the time I got his bike stolen one of her kids. The chicken out.
The Benny Show.
The Benny Show.
What was that one comedian, Benny something, over in Europe?
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill.
And then we had the American version called Hee Haw.
Oh, God.
That was on there, Dad.
I bet you watched Hee Haw as a Canadian.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Simply Floors, Inc. for Simply Savings, period. Simply Floors, Inc. If you're doing a flooring project, you won't do better than Simply Floors. Buddy Mitchell, his wife, and the entire team, they promise to give you savings up to 40%. Sometimes even you'll save 50%, but you can almost rest assured you'll go up to 40%. And then they have designer services available and all of the popular, all of the floor coverings. Luxury vinyl tile, waterproof carpeting, beautiful padding, new high-tech padding. Whatever you need, they have, and they have it cheaper and better and faster. Simply floorsinc.com. The showroom's at 52nd Ward Southwest corner if you want to drop by. Okay, so let's talk. Suzanne did talk to Century RV. Now, Century RV sells new and used RVs. It's important to note that. And Suzanne also they have a service department. I thought they might know about conversion. Conversion is when you get a raw van and you want to convert it. What did they say?
He said they don't do them, but Van Life Customs on Washington Street does.
And Benny, what were you saying about them?
I had to look up a company. I was trying to sell some leather bucket seats, or bench seats, I should say.
From one of your vehicles?
That's right. And I wanted to see if maybe Van Life would know what to do with the chairs and stuff. And I called them and looked through their website, and they have a lot of great, interesting stuff, you know. Like I said, I've never used any of their
We should try
products.
to get them on the referral list, Mark. Now, so I want to make it clear, we're not, you know, I can't say we checked them out, but if Century RV says they're all right, they sound pretty good. So what's the name of it again, Suzanne or Benny?
Van Life Customs. Van Life is one word, and it's vanlifecustoms.com.
Sandra?
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for calling and trusting us, 303-713-TALK. By the way, Century RV, the largest fifth-wheel Cougar dealer in the nation. Best prices right now below cost. Their Labor Day sale is extended. They also have Keystone travel trailers starting at just $10,900. They have that location on the 119 exit to Longmont and I-25, and then in Lakewood just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims next to Woodley's. CenturyRV.com, and it's 303-453-1111. Let's talk to Rick. Rick, I'm sorry for the wait, man. What's happening, Rick?
Hi, my name is Rick.
Yes, Rick.
I used to work for the Housing Authority.
Yes.
And I worked for them for 7 years. I was the maintenance man, and then I got promoted to modernization construction coordinator. 2 years ago, there was a Dominion report.
What does that mean?
It was done by, it's an asbestos report.
Oh.
Done by Terra Management.
But why do you do an asbestos report on what? On like the
Well,
case?
we were doing a rad conversion, and it deals with HUD, and we were making 16 new units.
Okay.
For the Brighton Housing Authority. I remodeled the top, Don Coots.
Now, when you guys have these units, just so you can educate us, and you're doing them for the housing authority, 16 new units. What does it mean that the housing authority has these units? Do you rent them? Does the housing authority make them available at reduced cost or subsidized cost?
Yes, they do.
Okay, go ahead then. Thanks.
Okay, so I was told about the Dominion report by Don Coots. He said that the asbestos in the walls were 3 times over the limit of what they should be. And so I went to Joseph Espinosa, the executive director.
Was this in the wall or in the air? Because undisturbed...
It's in the texture.
But don't they allow, and I'm asking, I'm not sure, don't they allow asbestos if it's covered and undisturbed? What about that?
If it's covered and
Szymanski, what about that?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not disturbing it, you can go on top of it.
Okay, so anyway, go ahead, keep going. Keep going.
The problem is that when I talked to the executive director, Joseph Espinosa, and told him, this stuff's 3 times over the limits, and it can't be disturbed.
Right.
We need to send them a letter. We need to send all the people in public housing a letter.
Oh, you mean because they don't know it and they might like hammer into it or something?
Exactly. And that's exactly what they did do, because I'm an HQS inspector also for HUD.
So wait, they did not do as you recommended?
No, they took 2 years later, they snuck it into a lease. At least I thought they snuck it into a lease. This was 2 weeks ago. When I looked at the lease, it hadn't been snuck into the
When did you discover these 16 units? When you say you were making them new, what does that mean? They were used, they were old, and you were converting?
Well, what they were they were public housing units, and they get it at a discounted rate depending on how much money you make. And then what we were doing was the RAD conversion, which is done by HUD, and which HQS inspectors do the initial inspection.
Gotcha.
And when I did the inspections for HUD, who Lori is the director of HUD, I found that there were holes in all the walls and that everybody had been exposed to asbestos in those units. When I brought that to the attention...
Wow, this is serious. How bad is the exposure? You're telling me that this wall, was it the paint or the stucco? What was it on the wall?
It's the texture. According to Joseph Espinosa, it was the texture, and also...
Like the knockdown, like the plaster stuff they use, you mean?
Yeah, the moment you put a hole in the wall, you've exposed yourself to asbestos.
Right.
The moment you pulled a nail, he didn't tell anybody. He told nobody. And then what he tried to do, he tried to railroad me on top of that.
What do you mean?
When I brought it to his attention on Friday, and I said, well, first, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a secret meeting. I go, you let 60 kids and 40 adults exposed to asbestos. He goes, well, the lawyer took care of it. I said, you told me that you would take care of it 2 years.
This sounds like a whistleblowing deal.
This is a whistleblowing
Did they retaliate and fire your ass, or what happened?
No, this is when he was...
What they did was, I told on Friday, I said, I'm quitting the Brighton Housing Authority, and I am blowing the whistle on you for asbestos.
Rick, I have a few questions, Rick. This is really important, okay?
Okay.
So, when did you very first make them aware of it?
3 weeks after the... Well,
when?
Don Coots can testify in court, and he said he would.
When? Just give me a date. When?
It was December 2 years ago.
Okay, December of 16 or 18?
Yeah.
I mean 16.
2016.
Okay, December 2016. And how were you made aware of it?
Well, Don Coots told me about the report. He goes, they said it's way over the limit of.
And who was Don Coots again? What's his position?
He was the general contractor doing the underneath.
Okay, gotcha.
Construction.
All right.
Because these were all basements, and they.
Who did they tell that it had massive amounts of asbestos in the texture?
Don Coots was the general contractor.
No, who did they tell? Who did he tell?
Well, he didn't tell anybody, as far as I know.
He told you.
He tried to keep it a secret because he wanted the funding from CHAFA and HUD.
All right.
So in order to get the funding from CHAFA and HUD...
Rick, just hold on, Rick, please. I don't need any of those funding. Right now, this is what I need to know. Somebody knew about the asbestos. You said...
The Dominion.
Okay.
The Dominion was the people that did the report.
The Dominion.
It was done by Terra Management, which owns Brighton Village 1, Brighton Village 2.
Okay.
Now,
Rick, hold on. Just each step of the information. This management company is the one that knew then?
Yes.
Okay, and the name of...
So did Joseph Espinosa, and so did Andrew Dahl.
Okay, the management company's... The management company is who?
Terra Management. It's actually Mark Hendricks Terra Management corporation.
Terra Management. Okay. Then Terra Management did not tell anyone.
No. You see, the deal was that they had it abated on the bottom, but they didn't abate the top.
How did they abate it at the bottom?
They brought in an abatement company, which literally cuts out the drywall. They're all seated up. They've got all, but they didn't do the top.
All right, Rick. On this situation, okay, Rick.
Okay.
People knew about it in 16 and did not tell people living there. We get this. I don't need, by the way, don't give me any more names, because names at this point on this call mean nothing. Eventually, I'll want that. But for this call, the management company knew about asbestos. The general contractor knew about asbestos. He told you in passing. Who did you tell?
Well, also when I talked to Joseph Espinosa, I go, Don Cuse told me that it was 3 times over the limit.
I don't need conversations, Rick. Who did you tell in general?
Joseph Espinosa, executive director.
Okay, the executive director, gotcha. And and he decided not to let the residents know.
He said he would take care of it, and it was none of my business.
Okay. This is pretty serious. So
and he told me it was no big deal.
But you know what? I don't think you have a legal obligation to say there's asbestos in these walls, and there's asbestos everywhere in this city.
Hold on.
In the walls.
If you're, I differ on this part. Okay.
Legally, I don't know.
No, here's what I think. If you're renting to people, well, let's just say you have a rental. Forget the housing authority. You have a rental, and there's asbestos on all the walls. Let's just say that. Wouldn't you say to them, by the way, don't nail anything into these walls and don't disturb this because you will stir up asbestos? Wouldn't you tell people?
No, because you're allowed, okay, even me as a contractor.
Go ahead.
There's, and I don't have the exact number, but I can get it. You're allowed to disturb and withdraw a small portion of asbestos.
So you're saying homeowners would not make that much of
right, and by you nailing a nail in a wall and pulling out is not exposing anybody to asbestos. It's not like you're going to fall over and die. It's a breathing, so it's when you breathe in the fibers. So
what if the little kids eat the asbestos? What if because there were holes in the walls, holes, basketball holes, baseball holes.
It's a breathing thing, by the way. It adheres to the lung tissue. Eating it, as far as I understand, I don't want to get into it. What if kids eat anything? They can eat turds. I don't know.
Right.
We can't. What I'm talking about, Rick, is I do think what you're saying has validity. I do think that something here smells. It really does. That the fact that there was asbestos and nobody was told. Just hold on, all right? Let's digest this during a break, because to me this does sound pretty horrendous. 303-713-TALK. Denver egress windows. I've known the Senates for a very, very long time. Denver egress windows is a wonderful company, and you need egress windows if you're going to finish square footage and have people living in it. You can't just be grandfathered. If you have living space, you need egress windows to get in and out of that living space, or it's not legal living space and it can't be counted for the value of your home. They can do a number of things. They can put an egress window where there's nothing at all. They can cut it right out, cut right into the concrete, and do a beautiful job. Or they can rebuild egress windows that have rotted out because builders use cheap material, and they put in material that'll last a lifetime. Beautiful plastic and composite material. They can also rebuild, not only rebuild your egress, but take the short little tiny windows and make an egress there. They can also create walk-out basements with a patio area. Even if you thought it was impossible before, they have technology that can do this. Call Denver Egress Windows for all of your egress needs, whether a walkout, rebuilding that old window well, or putting in a brand new one. 720-626-4221. Those are those windows that go in and out of a basement. They do it all. DenverEgressWindow.com, 720-626-4221.
I think you have a bigger problem.
But do you think he's exaggerating?
No, he's way over exaggerating. You know what? If they abated the basement, why they wouldn't abate it upstairs?
I don't know.
Because you know what? Maybe upstairs didn't have asbestos, and he really doesn't know. You know, I think he's under-informed about
Okay,
asbestos.
okay.
Well,
I need all this information for off the air.
They just need to go do an air test.
I don't want to go back.
One of the.
You don't want to go back to
But tell him, I am really
You're not
interested
going
in
to
investigating.
it's not being
He
disturbed.
needs
That's what I'm saying. He said there's a bunch of
He
holes
needs
in
to
it.
send us
Go
some
do an
reports,
air
all the
test.
names and stuff that I didn't want on the call.
Okay.
On when he found out who he told.
Okay, so this is not for a fair housing angel right now.
Right. That probably
Doesn't hurt.
I really mean that.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I disagree with Mark. I think if it has asbestos in those walls and they don't tell any of the residents, I think that's dangerous in my opinion. I don't know.
I don't, because you know what?
You know better than me. So you're
It's all
saying
over.
normal shit wouldn't.
Not going to hurt a thing.
Okay.
I think I'm allowed to take up to 12 square feet before a permit has to be pulled.
Oh, really? That's what it is.
Of drywall that has asbestos in it. Asbestos.
Okay. Like I said, you do it every day.
Well, and look at all the old houses. I bet you 100% of the old houses have lead paint.
In China, drywall in China still has asbestos put
So
in
is
it.
Canada. Did you say Canada does?
Well,
Well,
you know what
drywall in Canada is
Woodward
asbestos?
said about this editorial in the New York Times? He said he would not have published it. He says it's too general. See, he's got some good ethics, Woodward. He said he wouldn't have listened to this editorial. Mark, you may not like him just because, you know, he's shitting on your prince, but the guy, you can't say the guy...
He shit on every president ever.
You can't say he doesn't have credibility.
That's he makes his living off of going after presidents.
I mean, yeah, asbestos is used all over the world still. I mean,
You realize we just had an idea, right? And he's coming up
But
with
that is that popcorn stuff that was asbestos.
He may want to change it. I don't give a shit, but he may want to.
because if you're breathing it,
Right.
Not eating it.
you get it wet and scrape it.
Okay, never mind.
I totally agree. Totally agree. That's how you gotta do it. But the guy that did it here in the show,
Building in 60 Santa Fe, and steam heat. All the pipes were covered. Oh yeah, all covered in insulation with asbestos.
Yeah, but it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, we watched it.
but that guy that was putting the sleep brigade and stuff, he was scraping it, and they had what would they have 1,000 times more than what the limit was?
33.
Yeah, but it was airborne.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Theirs was
He had scraped the popcorn,
Yeah.
and he had scraped it, not wet it. He scraped it, just scraped it.
Yeah, it was a kitchen.
You've heard me talk a lot about stem cell therapy. I've done extensive.
We haven't heard anything about that one.
To Centennial Schultz Clinic right here in Colorado. They're internationally
said that.
recognized for their
It's like a
work in
paper they
stem
wrap.
cells. They're all MDs.
We hired a
working
kid
through living stem cells,
they quoted us
harvesting from your own fat or
$150,000.
bone marrow,
Yeah,
and then
nuts.
strategically
We hired
delivered
a
with
kid
guided injections.
that was paid
Only
like
MDs
$15 an hour
deliver
for
the injection.
3 years.
More
Come
experienced
in
than
and
any
manage
other
it for
provider in the
$50 an
country.
hour.
Why
And
would
the
you
state
go
was
to a
dead.
clinic with no MDs at
To
all?
put up all the
Centennial Schultz
plastic
can help you
positive
with
ventilation, the
joints,
filters,
knees,
and the suits,
back,
and we
shoulder
tested afterwards.
scans.
It was
They
zero.
can repair most ACL tears.
Did
with
a great
knee
job.
instead.
He dropped off. Did he?
Before you have surgery, consult
You guys drop him, or
Centennial
he-
Schultz at
you guys off the lines?
303-963-9201.
guy.
Explore your
Yeah, we got the information. We want him to send us the thing on document.
303-963-9201. 303-963-9201.
Hey, Drew, on this league, if I'm tied for second with 4 other people, how does that work in the end?
It was in, I mean, the only thing you had to remove was the steam pipe. Right, because that's metallic, if you're just going on top of it.
There's no first, second, third.
Pain first, you're last.
There you go.
Paint over. Yeah.
Oh, that would suck. So second place could literally make less than third place if there's no guys in third.
But I think that guy said that you could literally eat it. Yeah, it's if your breathing gets polyps of your mouth.
He did not think that through.
No, if it's first and second, they're tied and stuff, they're gonna split, they're gonna get 40%.
So,
Or 40.
that's silicone.
Yeah.
No, if there's 5 people in second place,
Wow.
and only 1 in third, and second is split 5 ways, third place wins more than second.
Holy cow, there should be no third
What
place.
league are you talking about? Is it fantasy?
Yeah, well, kind of just.
You're into fantasy?
No, it's not fantasy where you pick players and create a team. It's
Oh.
just winner of
College pick'em.
Really? Interesting.
He really did that? That's totally.
Well, he hasn't thought it out yet. But he just made a good point. The chances of having an actual tie at the end is going to be pretty crazy.
You bet, but like I said, you can't put a guy.
You're tied for first, you get less than third.
You just wouldn't have a third.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Bright Light Chiropractic for all of your chiropractic needs. If you're just being introduced to chiropractic, this is the great place. He has directed, targeted approach to his adjustments. He doesn't just,
wail on you. I'm serious. Chiropractic is a wonderful science, and this place will make you feel really good. Bright Light Chiropractic. I go there. Dan goes there. Dr. Mike Hederscheit. It's University and County Line. Your full evaluation with digital x-rays and thermal scans, just $50. I mean, this guy is just so affordable. And adjustments start at $30. 720-583-4506. 720-583-4506. A family practice, chiropractic, University and County Line. Bright Light Chiropractic, brightenyourfamily.com, brightenyourfamily.com, and it will brighten you. Now, the guy with the asbestos claim, you know, Mark Szymanski from Genesis Total Exteriors, he thinks, you know, Tom, you can take several square feet before even pulling a permit because it's really the exposure over a long period of time of a lot of asbestos, not just one little bit you breathe is automatically going to harm you. And he says that you think the guy's exaggerating.
I do.
Why do you think they mitigated one floor you have?
That's interesting. Why did they mitigate? So one of the reasons is because upstairs was taken care of years ago, or
maybe,
or never. Or I've been in buildings. One room has asbestos, you know, an office building. Another room has none, and a lot of times it's in the drywall mud. And so I'll say, okay,
that's what he was saying. It's in the mud, in the texture.
Yeah, it's in the texture. And so, hey, maybe upstairs they used different boxes of mud and it did not have asbestos in it.
Why was asbestos used anyway?
It's a great bonding material, and it's still used around the world.
It is.
It is.
Because undisturbed inside of like concrete and stuff, it would be fine.
You know, concrete drywall.
Ron.
Yes, Tom.
You have a question for Genesis.
I sure do.
Yes.
Do you still carry butcher block countertop?
I don't, but there is a place in Denver that does it, and
they make them, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and they'll put it inside granite. Maybe Mitch knows of him because
I don't know if Mitch, he does all natural stone. I don't actually know. But so what they do is they bond the hardwoods together,
right,
and then seal them.
And I've seen it where they actually can put it inside the granite. I don't remember who did it, but
you mean inside like
well,
granite border?
Yeah, well, you're going to cut out so it's a butcher block cutting area next to your sink or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You know, Ron, let's put out the call and see who calls in if you listen. Anyone who does butcher block countertops or material that he can use for countertops, let us know. We got a lot more to talk about. Stick around on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK. You can get right through. 723-8255.
Hi, this is Ed Green. If you've saved a lot on your...
713. I say it a million times, and that one time.
Question about Bright Light. They do the thing where they actually pop your.
He doesn't do the. He does the activator. It's an activator. It looks like a plunger.
Where they crack your back, though they don't do that. Okay, that's all she wants to know.
A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people do. I don't mind either way.
What you're doing. Why pay more than you have to?
Don't let taxes derail your retirement. Call today for a complimentary no-obligation visit with Linda Gardner to learn how taxes may impact your retirement. Call now 720-488-8604. The number 720-488-8604, or simply go to yourmoneyyourretirement.com. Once again, that's yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station with Ross Kaminsky mornings, Michael Brown afternoons, KHOW, Denver.
She's big and bad. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. The Carolinas and Virginia bracing for Hurricane Florence. Now a Category 4 storm expected to make landfall in North Carolina as soon as Thursday morning.
Our forecast models are in fairly good agreement, at least keeping it on this track initially, getting you down anywhere from perhaps Myrtle Beach running up to the Outer Banks. That's where current tracking is suggesting.
Fox meteorologist Adam Klotz.
Once we reach the coast, there is a little bit more indecision. Is this going to hover right along the coast and drop a lot of rain? Is it going going to move in quickly. That's something we're going to need a couple of days to get a little bit better idea of what's going to happen.
If it lingers, some areas could get up to 30 inches of rain. South Carolina and Virginia also bracing for possible impact and flooding. The U.S. Navy moving ships in Norfolk out of the way. President Trump, meantime, canceling a rally that was set for Friday night in Mississippi because of the hurricane. The family of a man shot in his own apartment by a Dallas police officer says it's not making sense as they demand justice. Fox's Jeff Manasso with this live.
Lisa, the case against Officer Amber Geiger is being sent to a grand jury, resulting in possibly more charges beyond manslaughter in the killing Thursday of her neighbor, 26-year-old Botham Jean.
I'm not satisfied that we have all the answers, and the number one answer that I want is what happened.
Reaction from Jean's mother. The city of Dallas says the off-duty officer parked in the wrong level of her parking garage before she says she entered Jean's apartment thinking it was hers. The investigation continues. She's free on bond. Lisa.
Thanks, Jeff. California has a new green energy goal, phasing out all fossil fuels from the state's electricity sector by the year 2045. Governor Jerry Brown just signing a bill passed by state lawmakers a week ago that requires California utilities to generate 60% of their energy from renewable sources by 2030. Fox News, fair and balanced.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-597-0315. That's 800-597-0315. 800-597-0315. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
This report is brought to you by Firestone Complete Auto Care.
Mostly sunny today with a high around 90. Tonight partly cloudy and a low of 59. Tomorrow mostly sunny and a high of 92. Wednesday sunny and a high of 93.
Keep your car running newer longer. Come into Firestone Complete Auto Care September 13th to the 16th for their Epic Sales event and get $100 off any purchase of $500 or more. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Restrictions and exclusions apply. Details at driveafirestone.com.
Income is the outcome that matters most in retirement. Hi, this is Carlin Tucker. I've been in retirement planning and wealth management for over 35 years. If I doubled your portfolio, that might not change your lifestyle. You'd still be you. However, if I doubled your income, that can make a significant impact on your retirement. Whether you're retired or want to see how soon that can happen, give me a call to set up a complimentary, no-obligation visit, and I'll show you how I can help you get the most sustainable income out of Social Security, your 401ks, your IRAs, your rental properties, and your brokerage accounts. When you know what's coming in this month, next month, and every month thereafter, you'll be able to enjoy retirement to the fullest. Retire happy. Retire with Tucker. You can reach us at 303-734-1234. That's 303-734-1234.
This is not an offer to buy or sell. Securities are offered through Tucker Asset Management.
Student loans, car loans, high-interest credit card loans, debt adds up for all of us, but there are ways around it. Hey guys, it's Ross Kaminsky for my friends at American Financing, and I'm here to remind you that refinancing your home loan is an easy way to save a lot of money. Think of it this way. A lower interest rate means lower monthly bill payments, and mortgage interest rates are far more competitive than a student loan or credit card rate. I'm talking rates in the low single digits versus rates in the high double digits. Why wouldn't you consolidate that high interest debt by refinancing your mortgage? You'll speak with a salary-based mortgage consultant who will customize a loan to fit your needs. They're already saving customers up to $1,000 a month, plus there are no upfront fees at American Financing. You could close on your new loan in as fast as 10 days and may be able to postpone up to 60 days of mortgage payments. Get in touch with American Financing at 303-695-7000 or online at americanfinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Help, I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. This is the only show of its kind anywhere in this hour, brought to you by Cam Solar. You can get a free evaluation of your lot to see what it will generate over the next 20 years with just going to a website and filling out a form. And they'll get back to you after 20 minutes with a complete analysis. Not only that, they will guarantee that analysis for 20 years, along with a 20-year parts and labor guarantee if you decide to go with their system. They have 3,000 systems going right now. GoCamSolar.com is the website. GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter. GoCamSolar.com/troubleshooter. So let's talk about your problems, questions, and complaints. Mark Szymanski is with me from GenesisTotalExteriors.com. We also have a common man in today, Benny, who calls from time to time with funny scenarios. He's here, and I hope he can chime in. Anyway, we're handling all kinds of problems, and your problem is next, right now. Ron, he has another question for Genesis. He was asking about, what did he ask about originally here?
Butcher blocks.
Yeah, butcher block, and we're putting the word out. Yeah. Where can you get butcher block counters? Go ahead. What is your other question, Ron?
Okay, there's two questions. Mark, do you have a simulated product that would resemble the butcher block?
Not that I know of. I don't have one, no.
Okay. On your
whole kitchen remodel, if you want like just a counter, or you want a counter and sink, or counter and some cabinets, Art of Granite is where I would go. Art of Granite.
Art of Granite.
They're wonderful people.
List, right?
Yeah, and they're great. It's just artofgranite.net, and I'm telling you, they're great people. He's a direct stone importer, and you'll love him. Now, I'm not saying that Genesis doesn't do a great job. They do, but they do the whole remodel. They're not going to come in and just do cabinets in a counter or stuff like that. And if you do it through Art of Granite, they will do the bathroom free when you do have the kitchen done as well. All right, so whatever is on your mind, they can help you. Artofgranite.net. And also, let's talk about loans right now. A lot of people are getting loans because they want to refinance their house, and they want to take some cash out and do some remodeling. People ask all the time, can they take cash out? Well, of course they can. But a lot of people, they don't want a dime out. They just want to shorten the loan. And because rates are so low, payments can be affordable at a lower rate, in fact, or at a shorter term. In fact, some people are taking 15 years out, and then they're even doubling up on payments to be out of debt on a house in 7.5 years. Brent Ivinson with Ideal Home Loans. A lot of people are doing shorter loans, even shorter than 15, right?
Well, they are. Here's what people are realizing is that because interest rates are so competitive on these shorter-term loans, they haven't been nearly as impacted as 30-year mortgages have. They're finding that it is affordable to go to a shorter-term loan, get your house paid off more quickly, and you're not going to spend a whole lot more than you are in your current 30-year mortgage today. There's this misnomer out there that, hey, if I go from a 30 to a 15, my payment's going to double. That's not the case because the interest rate or the money factor is cheaper, so it becomes more economical. It's the greatest thing you can do. I get this question all the time, Tom, is, hey, what should I do as it relates to my mortgage? Pay it off as fast as possible because you'll pay as little interest as possible, and it's the biggest obligation every household has.
And all they have to do is call you to find out about those custom terms, 15 years or shorter, or 18 years, 17 years, 303-867-7000. 303-867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. Okay, so you know where we can get a butcher block, D. Is that true? D?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, hello. Yeah, I can't talk long. I'm driving.
Okay, all right, dear.
Sears Costal in Fort Collins on Riverside does beautiful butcher block work.
And the name again?
Sears.
Like the Sears store?
Right.
Really?
Costal, The second word is Trostle.
Have you ever heard of that? Sears Trostle. Okay. Sears Trostle? Okay. Thank you. I wouldn't want butcher block personally, but
it's, you know, you can get a lot of microbes and all that kind of stuff in it, especially if you have the ends exposed.
Yeah, and you cut into it.
I mean, so you got the cracks, and then you got to sand it down, and you know.
I've had a butcher block in my house for maybe 8 years, and
I
don't use it for butchering. I use it for a table. It's really nice to look at.
Oh, no, for a table, you know, it's like any wood table. It would be fine, and you want to keep it sealed or oiled or something, but I wouldn't keep it to prepare food, ever, you know, like a countertop. Anyway, we have open lines for the first time today, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255 for any problems, questions, and complaints. So, what's the biggest deal other than roofs you're doing on the outside of homes? I mean, what is it?
I just brought this. Well, I just brought this one product in with me today to show you.
What is it?
It's called a clipstone.
Clipstone.
It's a man-made stone.
Right.
Looks like natural. You know what?
Let's get it where a camera can see it. We're live on YouTube, live on Facebook, of course, live on referrallist.com where you can see our video as well. Okay, so clipstone. It looks like stone. And why do they call it clipstone? Is that how it attaches to the house?
That's correct. That's how we attach it to the house.
Right there.
There's no more mortar or anything like that.
There's a frame on the back.
There's a little metal frame on the back.
No mortar whatsoever. No adhesive. Oh, that is great looking stuff.
So, and yeah, the material costs about the same as what we call lick and stick, thin cut stone or thin man-made stone.
Thin cut stone is adhered by what?
Mortar.
Mortar.
Yeah, and a lot of times you have to put chicken wire or something like that to hold it on. But now the application to put this on takes a fraction of the time.
Wow, and it's thicker too, isn't it?
It's thicker. It's heavy duty. If all of a sudden you have something happens and you break, you have something that break, you just pop one out and you put one in.
Now the way they hang, that's not really watertight in between.
Right. So you have to have a water moisture barrier behind it.
So behind it is a moisture barrier, which by the way is good because water would flow behind it.
Right. Right.
And so what is it, like an inch from the plywood? How far would it be?
About 3/4 with that metal.
From the sheathing. Yep. Is that exactly the length it would be?
That's the product.
So if you can see that cross section online, so you have like a breathing area. That's also like an insulation, another barrier, another insulated barrier.
And there's all the accent pieces, so you can have a cap on the top. And
that's pretty cool looking stuff. So it must be cheaper because you put it on like that.
Yeah, because it just goes on so much faster.
The labor is incredibly less. In fact, you don't have to know anything. Do you even have to be a mason at all to put it up?
Again, homeowners can do it too, but obviously.
Different type of stones that they got.
Oh yeah, you can't see those that well.
But
where do they find out about this clipstone?
Clipstone.com. I do.
Is it clipstone.com?
I think so. I sell the product and I install it.
No, you do, but I can see. Listen, I know this is not why you're doing it. But I could see where a homeowner, if they wanted a little accent wall on their fireplace, could do it themselves.
Do it themselves, or the lower part of your house on the outside, or
well, you wouldn't do that yourself. But so you're offering this product?
Yeah, we install this.
Are you always looking for new stuff? This is pretty cool stuff.
I think it's kind of cool. I just said, I should start bringing in different, unique things.
So now, Dan, did you get a still of that so you can put it up? Because if not, I wanted to look at it. And I know you're holding it up for our broadband audience. Can we get a shot of it, Mark? Can you get a picture of it, Mark, for him? And then we'll put it up too, so I can look at it. Okay, we have phone calls at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. If you want to talk about anything, any problems, questions, or complaints, we have a little slowdown in the third hour, and that means you can get right through. We have Genesis Total Exteriors. Now, of course, we can talk about more than just home improvements, and I have a lot of email, and then Clint has some follow-ups we'll get to, a lot of good follow-ups. As you know, when we take care of a problem here, and you hear us say Deputy Dan, Deputy Clint, Deputy this, Deputy that, take care of it, we work off the air. Many times these things go to lawsuits. Sometimes they go to our experts to ferret through them and see if there's anything. A lot of times we'll send out like Genesis and we'll say, hey, can you take a look at a job? And they'll take a look at a job and get back to us with the results. So it's a really good effort where we all get together and do this. We'll have some follow-ups coming up. And, of course, your phone calls at 7 at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. If you're buying or selling real estate, who do I recommend? Frank. He touches each and every deal and has team support. And they can market on both buying and selling. He has stats to show he sells your home faster and for more money than the market average for sure. You can call him at 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
This report is brought to you by Firestone Complete Auto.
Okay, we just got to do it some. I like the cutout. Yeah, they got it. Yeah, going to the elevators. That's the elevators on the right.
This, yeah, so here's what they say. This is
right. I'm going to send it. I like this stuff, Mark. You could put it on that. Does it flop? How does it stay? Does it just the weight?
The weight, yeah.
And is each one this long?
Or his? No, they're different. There's
okay. So you just sit there and
that's from Brian to the
I know it. I like
the top, the capsule's going over all the time.
This is really
cool. Yeah, because I don't know why this right is. No, it's an angle. And now you got someone out there. I don't know if you ever done this stuff. Quoting them a lot less.
No, I don't like this at all. Oh, yeah. Not only that, if you wanted to change it, you got to pull it, take it on, take it, everything is right. Fuck it.
But our fireplace was done.
What's weird is they told her, this is all according to her. They told her Friday they got a because he is not acknowledging that.
Screw into a rock that is not true. That's what is quick and easy. And a river rock's hard.
And you're getting. You should know what? That's what we got to get everybody.
I just tried Brian. He's not answering.
Brian's with George right now.
With him.
Oh, I just called over there. They didn't answer, so.
No, I told him because I'd like to be in on half of the show.
And you can't do a very big The thing with, I tried to hint at him too, give him a good deal on this, it'll go away.
What is this thing? They want talent?
That's 844-LARSON.
By 4:30, do you know something we're doing? 9/12 events. Dressed up. What is this all about?
I'm not looking at what you're.
Well, we better figure it out.
Send it to me.
I'm supposed to be there. You're supposed to be
dressed and ready to go. Yeah. I don't know where you're supposed to be on 9/12, bro.
Okay, what do we have? We have Camp Solar Spot. 30-second live. Mark, what else is the phone call today? We have attorney phone call.
Same day?
Tuesday.
And then fix-it call. We have to do our attorney first.
You know why
so
they say more people would have been killed?
Mark, first the attorney call.
Yeah, that's good.
Because that was Monday Night Football.
I got to go serve a lady.
It was Monday Night Football, and a lot of people were coming in late to the office because the Giants were playing or the Jets were playing.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney. Joe Lazzara. I hope you don't need him. He's there for DUI defense, marijuana defense, because people are smoking and driving, and that's a real cluster. And let me tell you, you don't want to get involved there. It's better to prevent this stuff with designated drivers or Uber or Lyft. If you get in a situation where you think you're falsely accused, even if you want to plead guilty and move on with your life, you need an attorney to get through the system. Lazzara Legal, Lazzara, LazzaraLegal.com, 303-429-6200. And for more complicated cases, he'll give a $500 discount if you mention Martino. 303-429-6200. Joe Lazzara on my referral list, referralist.com. Jason, welcome to the show. You know about butcher blocks. You do them?
Yeah, I do. I do that. I do them out of all hardwoods, rustic wood, hardwood, anything you can think of.
Are people doing countertops in it or just sections right now?
They're doing full countertops. I've done everything from vanities, countertops, dining tables, all in the same exact woods.
How do they hold up?
They hold up well. It depends on the material and how they're processed.
Now, obviously, you're not going to cut directly on them, right?
Nah, of course. But you could, if you get a hard wood, you definitely could. I have made kitchen block islands that you could do that and prep food on.
Well, you mean on purpose you would cut into them? Do they show marks?
Depends on the material. I have a material called Catalogs, and my wife has cut on it for about 3 years straight, and it looks fantastic.
Is that the finish you put on it?
Nope, it's this type of wood. It's from the Yucatan. It's a really, really hard wood, or you can go something really beautiful like walnuts or maples, and they hold up pretty well.
So, what you do is you bond the wood together, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you finish it, right? Isn't that basically
Correct.
what it is?
Correct.
And you come in and template and do everything.
Correct.
Are you so you get your business what? All referrals?
All referrals. I actually have a website. I'm on Etsy. I'm on Facebook.
What's your website?
It's justrusticco.com.
It's beautiful work, Tom.
Just Rustic CO.
Correct.
How long have you been doing it?
I have been doing it for fun for the last several years, and I turned into a business about 1.5 years and quit my full-time job about 1 year ago to do it.
Now, do you do more than just countertops?
Yeah, I do everything from custom engraved with the CNC machine for cutting boards, for weddings, all the way up to 12-foot dining room tables.
Did you say CNC machine?
Correct.
For wood?
Uh-huh. You can do...
I always thought of CNC machines being for like aluminum and and steel and or metal.
No, you can do it for woods too.
That's incredible. Yeah, I saw you do dining room tables. Are all your jobs custom, or do you have stuff that is already?
So I have 4 stores I supply to around the Denver area, including up in Estes Park, and I do everything custom at my own shop and have my own little showroom at my shop.
Where is that?
It's up in Brighton.
What's it called?
My showroom is called, it's my business, Just Rustic CO.
Just Rustic CO. Okay, man, thank you very much. Now, as far as finishes, do they have to be refinished every now and then when you have a countertop?
Every wood you have to refinish them eventually. It depends what you do to them. You can also put a bar top finish, epoxy resin on top that would hold up the best. But you can even go with bare wood. It depends on the oils that you use, and eventually you'll have to do some type of refinishing work. It's a natural element, and you always have to carry those.
Oh, sure. All right, thank you very much. We have lines open at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255 for your problems, questions, and complaints. When was the last time you saw one of those, Mark Szymanski? I mean, it's pretty incredible. When was the last time you saw it?
I mean, yeah, it's funny because
I haven't seen one ever in the last.
Well, I had a customer that
years.
was requesting that, and somebody else told me about. Maybe it was this person, Just Rustic, that he did that inside granite countertops.
All right, let's do some follow-ups we have from Deputy Clint. Meanwhile, you can get right through. Now, if you have a problem, question, or complaint, you just want to let off some steam. There is the only limit we have is if you use vulgarity. We have to nix you because we have a delay, but you can call about anything. We don't edit people here. We give you the microphone, 303-713-TALK with problems, questions, complaints, or rants. Okay, Deputy Clint, what are the cases we have that we've been following? There are a lot of them.
One of them, a guy named Alvin called in.
What was that about?
Well, he'd given a $10,000 deposit for a basement, and called us, wanted to know if we had heard of Dusty Lobsinger.
Oh, my God.
Dusty was out on bail.
Dusty Lobsinger has taken money before, not performed. He actually was arrested, or was it?
He was arrested on failing to do interrogatories for another case, was out on bail and earning the money for his legal fees by taking more deposits.
Are you kidding? Now, are they taking action?
Yeah, they're taking action on this one, too.
He's on the Sleaze Brigade. If you go to sleazebrigade.com, you will find out about Dusty Lobsinger. The guy is a no-good, dirty rat. What can I tell you? I mean, the guy is a scumbag. We have to update. How many times have I said this, guys? We have to update this damn thing because Sleaze Brigade is very, very popular. It's actually the opposite of referralist.com. It's totally opposite. And Dusty Lobsinger is on there. I'm looking. Oh, here it is. Dusty Lobsinger, a vile excuse for a contractor. It talks about taking $15,000 in 2017. We have to update this one. Okay, what else?
Something I want to talk about. We do something here that I know no other radio station or no other help thing does.
Well, there is no other help thing,
well,
so that's easy. Go ahead.
When people have roofs done, they get several checks from the insurance company. They'll get a ACV check, a supplement
Well,
check.
explain what that is. First of all, actual cash value is the first check you get. It's what the roof is worth at that time, right before the accident. In other words, if it was 10 years old, they depreciate that new roof by 10 years, and that's the amount you get. And then once you replace it, you get the balance between the ACV and the replacement cost.
Yeah. And
all
then,
right, what about it?
So that's the recoverable depreciation check. They'll probably have a supplement check. They got 3 checks. The roofer has given them a price for the roofing and other things.
Right.
At the end, a lot of these roofers don't want to do the painting, and so they just say, well, you don't owe us that part. So now we've got...
Wait a minute. The roofers don't want to do what? Like
painting or screens or stuff they said would be part of it.
Because roofers like to put everything on one estimate. Do you do that when you go out? Because you're a contracting company. Do you put everything on it?
That's why I started what I did, is because you ran into this like, oh, roofers just want to do the roof. And I said, no, we'll take care of the whole claim for you.
Okay, and you really do it, though.
We really do the work.
What Clint is saying is we get a lot of cases where they put it all down just to get the job. Then once they get it at the end, they say, we don't want to do the painting.
Yeah, here's your money for this.
Right.
And
maybe, so what's the problem with that, Clint, if they don't charge them for it?
The homeowner's totally lost what they owe the roofing company.
You mean they don't know how to value that part of the contract?
Trying to figure it out at that point. They've got the insurance company's estimate they can't read.
Well, does the roofer say, we will take this much and you can have the rest?
Usually what I do is we figure out with the roofer what they owe, but what I've been doing with them is if they agree to, the homeowner agrees to pay them that day, for instance, on this one we got a $3,000 discount.
Well,
if they'll pay what they owe.
That's good, but here's what we should do. Listen to this one. We should tell consumers, and again, it should be on the original estimate, a line item. It should have every part of the roofing, and it should have painting as a separate line item with a price. This is the problem, Clint, is that they're not doing them right to begin with. They lump it all in. A good estimate has everything line itemed. Painting, siding, you know, if you're doing a railing, if you're doing a deck, it should be separate.
And the insurance paperwork separates it, things like that, too. Your loss sheet from your insurance carrier, here's the roofing portion, here's your siding portion, here's your window portion.
It shouldn't be brain damage. You should be able to go to the adjuster's report, if nothing else, and see what the painting will cost.
A lot of the Autotex and adjusters reports are very difficult to read, too.
So anyway, what else?
Well, anyway, we sort them out. We get them taken care of.
You got someone a $3,000 discount. Is it more than enough to take care of what they needed?
Oh, no, we took off the $6,500 that they didn't owe for that. This was on top of that. We got them a $3,000
Good.
discount.
So that's $95 or almost $10,000. So what else? Hey, do you have any other follows that happened on the air? Suzanne, I can't read line 1 on the call screener. Maybe I'll...
Oh, it's Christy. She has a question for Mark Szymanski.
Okay, hold on a sec. Christy, what is your question?
Just wondering if they do painting of vinyl siding.
Oh.
You cannot paint vinyl siding.
You can't. Well, why would you need to just to change the color,
just
really,
change
right?
The color if you don't
It's not. It's faded, but I've looked online and it says that you can. I think.
No. Why can't you actually paint?
Okay, because the color that's put on the vinyl
is through and through, right?
It's through and through, but it's also then, you know, the vinyl's made to a certain thickness, so by putting an extra coat on that, you change the thermodynamics of the vinyl, and consequently, you know, it can warp and buckle on you, and I've seen it happen.
And the manufacturer wouldn't honor it.
And I will not do it.
How old is it, Christy?
It's at least 10 years old.
Have you ever thought of changing, or is it too new to, or does it still look great?
Don't most of them have a better warranty than 10 years on fading?
Well, is it fading, Christy?
It's fading on the south side where it really gets beaten by the sun.
Well, do you have a warranty against fading?
Yeah, I think we do, and I think it had been redone. It might have be older than 10 years. We're just kind of sick of the color as well.
I keep talking about siding. There are some really good sidings out there right now.
Everlast.
Oh my God, I love that stuff from K&H Home Solutions. But in any case, he won't paint it, and I see why. Because if you start messing with the molecular structure and it absorbs too much heat, it starts warping.
Right. Everlast is a great product too. We've installed that, and I also like LP Smart Side.
What is that?
It's a man-made product. It's a 50-year warranty, and they actually have diamond coat, which you can put on it, which adds a 30-year guarantee of painting.
All right.
And
wow.
You can do reds and deep colors, and it never fades.
Wow. Okay, we have more coming right up. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. You can get your kids on this program called the New Early Orthodontics, and they can wear mouthpieces at night. At night. No braces. You pay a small monthly fee every month. It's like for a kid, it's like $140 a month. And you can afford that. And then they wear that for a few years. When they're done with that, they need braces only for a short amount of time. The whole process is way cheaper than regular braces. It's called the New Orthodontics from Aurora Orthodontics and TMJ. And Dr. Kent Lawson pioneered it. It's cheaper and it's better than conventional orthodontics. And it completes the entire mouth without surgeries or extractions. It lines the jaw up so your kids won't have TMJ or sleep apnea. 303-690-0400. NEO, New Early Orthodontics, 303-690-0400.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
I saw a place that they tried to paint it. It just leaked. Oh, yeah. Was it buckling or was it just peeling? This was just peeling. I never realized that buckling was vinyl, like a vinyl jug. Like you put stuff in. Yeah. You take a vinyl jug and you pour latex up, you can peel off the inside of that jug. Why? Vinyl doesn't. Vinyl here, it says it here, but you can put a body primer that will get it to here. But it screws it up. But it just doesn't work. It starts to buckle and.
That's from just drying, right? The paint dries and it probably
well, that just the vinyl itself, because the only the vinyl is not doing the heat transfer is supposed to. Interesting.
It does. Pressure crazy.
It does. There might be some kind of breaker or something. I think dish soap and the truth is, it's just
here's something coming in. Go back off.
Yeah, I don't want to step on it, but also
do it, man. Just do it.
If I get also,
hey, chicken choke.
But if you're gonna vinyl wrap your house, vinyl saying just do white.
I just don't want to take anything that they're saying serious. If the guy's complaining about vinyl siding or orthodontic, whatever,
number one,
try it now for free.
What is he talking about? PTO registration? What's PTO? Who? Days off.
Paid time off?
No. This is with a trademark. Can you look at your email? What is it? Yeah. That he sent. He said he's talking as if we never registered. He said you can still do it.
I was just looking up trademark laws just recently.
Did he just send it to you? Yeah. Oh, here it is. It's in our string of emails.
Denver forecast mostly sunny today and tomorrow. High near 92. Low.
Hey, Mark, do they make corn then?
Yeah. They do stone?
Yeah.
Yeah, they make corn.
So they make corn. How about if like a 45? Would they do would you?
Just a 45, but you can cut it.
Yeah. First of all, it couldn't be fixed at 24/7. They don't do it. They don't do a 93 or 3. It's plumb line. Oh, is it? So we need okay, I'll get back to that guy. Would you get back to him and then let me know for sure, because they don't do a 93 or 3.
Okay. Details at privatefirestone.com.
Get back on Facebook.
Denver's Talk Station, 630 KHOW.
Pro Auto Care is your car nanny. That means once you're in the system,
he takes you into his arms and he reminds you, hey, you need an oil change, or what about a coolant flush, or time for a tune-up, or time for whatever your car needs according to its VIN. They keep track of it. They have all your service records, so when you sell your car, you can have a printout or a warranty issue, because you don't have to have anything done at a dealer except for specific warranty repairs. They can do all your preventive maintenance, and then, of course, afterwards, they can do your repairs, and in between every single service and repair, you get 36,000 miles of roadside assistance. Basically, you're in the Pro Auto Care family with your car nanny. They're better, cheaper, and faster than dealers, and better than most any independent I've ever seen. 303proauto.com. That's also the phone number, of course, 303-PRO-AUTO. Violet, what is your complaint, Violet?
Yes, I'd like to complain about people blowing their nose in the restaurant.
Well, where should they blow them?
Well,
in the restroom? No. Oh, I guess.
Well, yeah, they can do that.
But isn't there a sanitary way to blow their nose?
That's usually when they're through eating and they're ready to go outside. Why can't they wait till they get out to the car? That grosses me out when I'm eating.
I think handkerchiefs are gross, man.
Oh, God, yes.
I mean, do you know anybody that still uses one?
I hold a handkerchief.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Blow my schnoz.
Yeah, I know.
Everywhere.
But why don't you have a little pack of tissue? Hey, Violet, I want to ask you something, though. If someone took out a tissue and just blew their nose, folded up the tissue, throw it away, or put it in their pocket, what's wrong with that?
Well, she's saying at dinner, though.
I'm eating and it grosses me out.
Okay. All right, I get it. So, I want you to
It is a little uncouth.
Yeah, 303-713-TALK. Let's see, Vivax. Okay. They're not on the referral list anymore, are they? What? Did they just, I don't know. Listen, people, we can't, this is why we don't print the referral list, because sometimes companies don't hold up, period. They just don't hold up. Sometimes they do. That's all I can tell you. Eva, you have a problem with Vivax Pros painters?
Yes, we had them install a deck.
When did you? Oh, I thought they were painters.
No, they did a few different things. They're jack of all trades, if you will.
And master of none. How long ago did you do this?
We signed the agreement in April, and they finished this last month.
Okay. Well, what's the problem? They did pretty good work at one time.
I felt that the framework was very shoddy work, and so I had 3 other guys come out or businesses to give me quotes.
Did it pass inspection?
It did.
Really? And if it passed inspection, what exactly was shoddy?
Well, it wasn't square, and the boards that they used to build the middle framework with are kind of leaning. The exterior framework...
Did you notice this while it was being built or at the end?
While it was being built. I brought it to their attention.
And what did they do about it?
Nothing.
They
said it was fine.
Okay. So you let them continue?
I did.
And then how much was this deck supposed to cost by contract?
$16,000.
Wow. How big of a deck is that?
400 square feet.
You've done decks before. Mark,
No. Building a deck is expensive. Material is outrageous right now.
400 square feet, $16,000. Now, what I want to know is, did you pay the full $16,000?
We did get down to a $1,500 discount.
That's what they gave you?
Yes.
Sounds like that's what the settlement was.
Now, is that not satisfactory?
They had to tear my deck apart 3 times, and it took them 15 weeks to complete it. I don't feel that that's very substantial quality work.
No, what I'm asking you is, why did you accept that as a settlement then? Why didn't you ask for more?
We tried. They wouldn't let us. I contacted a lawyer, and they said we'd be better off to, settle with them.
But how bad I understand that for sure, Eva. Suing is expensive. Just how bad is it if you had another expert look at it?
Well, one expert, they all said it was very shoddy work and that it was very sloppy.
But but does it look like if I walked up to your deck, would I say, ew? Is it shoddy? Not now that what?
That they've tried to correct things, but our handrails are still wobbly.
Well, they shouldn't be wobbly.
They said that that's normal.
Now, when you said they tried to fix things, what do you mean? What do you mean?
They had to, in order to correct their mistakes, they had to replace over 19 boards, recut all the framework of the boards on the exterior.
So they did all of that. That sounds like they did something for you.
They did, but when I brought it to their attention, okay, so we were agreed upon a deck that was going to be a 2-tier deck, the second tier flush to the ground, and now our deck is 33 inches off the ground, and they told me one business day before they were starting that wasn't something they could do, and I said, well, how far off the ground is it going to be? He's like, I don't know.
Eva, I can't go back to what you let them do. I can't.
Okay.
But what I can do is figure out what's going on now, because no matter what, it should be acceptable now. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be acceptable. Because you said they built it one way, and as I understand it, they went back and fixed problems and then gave you a discount. So 2 things they did. They fixed some problems and did a discount, but there's still remaining problems. Is that it in a nutshell? They fixed some problems, gave you a discount for inconvenience, but there still are problems. Is that right?
According to them, no.
No, I'm asking according to you. According to you, there are still problems.
I feel the framework is not properly done.
But we're going right back to the beginning again. I thought you said that. I thought you said they fixed it.
They did not fix any of the framework. They fixed the actual deck.
The county doesn't say it's bad. Then you're feeling that it's bad framework doesn't make it bad. I mean, what are you basing that on? It's bad. You feel that the framework is bad. What are you basing that on?
I don't know the correct terminology in construction, so bear with me.
Did an expert say to you it is not structurally sound?
One report did say that he was fearful that it would not last, that it was not structurally sound.
Did he say where it was not structurally sound?
At the joist, I think.
Okay, where it connects, because that's a serious problem if that's the case. What was noted about where the joists connect to the house?
Is it lag bolts that connect to the home?
Yes. What about
properly spaced?
Meaning he had too few lag bolts?
Correct. They should be every foot, and they're not.
What do you think, Mark?
Between every joist, you run one. So, right.
God, that's so easy to fix. You just go in and put them in.
Right.
Wait.
And you know, if it's a family on the deck, most likely everything will be fine. But yeah, I mean, if you had a bunch of people, then also it could fall off.
That can be a problem where the joists connect. What else?
I had to ask for lag bolts between the 2 tiers. There were none. They just
that part. See, Eva, I need to talk about present. I can't talk about your terrible journey, even though you want to, because I can't do anything about it. You had to ask for it. They did it, right, after you asked for it?
I guess I'm just warning other people.
Well, but I want to help you if you still have current problems.
Okay.
So, if you have current problems, we should address them, Eva. I'm not trying to kiss this off. I'm just trying to get specific. Here's what I think happened. You had such a terrible experience that even though they fixed some things, it left a bad taste in your mouth. And you want to let people know. By the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. That is exactly what reviews are about. And you're welcome to give all of your opinions you want. But when you go from reviewing and telling us how frustrating, how terrible they were at 5X Pros, then when you say, can you help us, then we go into another area where instead of venting, we need to be more directing. So that's the only thing. I don't mind if you vent all day long, and you have every right to. It sounds like it was a nightmare. But now if you want help, what I'd like to do is get a little more specific. Where are you located?
Thornton.
Thornton. Okay. Yes. What area? Just give me some general cross streets.
104th in Colorado.
Well, because I would like to get someone to eyeball it, and
I can go.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I would love to have Genesis Total Exteriors go up there and look at it. And listen, he doesn't have a dog in this fight and can let us know, and I trust Mark. And he can take a quick look and give us an opinion on the air. So hold on, Even. We'll get your information. Now, like I said, you see, on this show, I love when people vent. I love it. I want you to vent. You can tell me, oh, I had to ask for this. I had to ask for that. I don't mind going back in the past. That's what reviews are about. They're reviewing. Now, if you want help, then we switch into the evidence mode. Is it really weak? Do we really need more lag bolts? Do we really need this? Do we really need that? Now, Mark, I don't know. I'm just going to ask an opinion. Do county inspectors, city inspectors, building inspectors, do they look for problems like this, or can you not depend on that?
No, do you know what? I think they're more stringent now than they ever have been.
Really? Okay.
And you know what? You know, back in the old days, there's sometimes some
gray. It was a drive-by.
No, but sometimes there's gray areas, like, you know, should this be done? They are so black and white nowadays.
Good.
Good in some ways and frustrating in others.
Okay.
Yeah. I have Fix-It telling me right now they have one where the county wants a particular color on a pipe.
a particular color.
And
they won't pass it.
And they won't pass it. I have no idea. I find it crazy that they're that, you know, that an inspector would be that
Why would they want
crazy?
to?
Because the city code says what...
Well, if it identifies it for gas and it has to be black, maybe
it's more of aesthetics. They can see it from the street or whatever.
Yeah, but that's not building code.
In commercial, we run into it all the time. Like, oh, no, I want this paint this color.
You're talking for building codes?
The building inspectors come out and say, no, per our city requirements, this has to be whatever color this is.
Anyway, we'll look into that and more coming right up. I'm Tom Martino.
This report is brought to you by Firestone Complete Auto Care.
Collision North.
I think they all are.
Mark, is that a problem with that? Is that the problem with this one problem? Maybe it's the
apparently one of the things. We'll find out after the show. I don't know. If they really said, if their customer service manager really said Friday they're going to give them a refund, that's where this problem's going to lie. So I don't know if they did or not. I have no idea.
I noticed they got really strict. Well, to me, 100% satisfaction. Even if they didn't, if she says that's what I want, that's what 100% means to me.
Yeah, I don't know what that guarantee is. I've never read it.
Well, it's one. Well, I'll tell you what it is. You know, he told me 100% area. That's what he tells me, and I believe it.
For the amount of business they do, we get less than anybody else.
No, I know.
And I've never had one, and I told George this about a week or two ago.
I love giving out.
I've never had anybody get so many good kudos. And they really, people go, you know what it's like. When it's bad, they come out of the woodwork. When it's good, it's pulling teeth to get a review. So there's probably a lot more good ones.
You were jumping ready, Benny. You're ready to jump.
Yeah, I was going to ask her what her favorite things were from birthdays. It's not on topic, but you know, it's good to know.
You realize I have never missed one shot in here. I've been in here for seriously not one. It's crazy. I don't even try anymore. They just go with it.
It's been more than one. It's not one.
Real mature.
I'll tell you one thing he can do that I've never seen anybody in the world do. No, it's your shoes. His are unique. He can tell you.
I don't like Nike shoes.
He can tell you exactly where you got your shoes. Do you know?
I know exactly. Do you mean like city and state?
Exactly where you got your shoes.
Right.
Bet him a buck.
For lunch? I'll take that. For lunch.
So you guys, he's good. He's fucking good. Those are unique. He's blown me away. He knew these. These are brand new. He knew these.
You're talking store and city, state?
Showing your Nikes off? Where you got them? Okay, you got your shoes on your feet.
Ah! You owe him lunch.
I thought you bet you lunch.
You owe us both lunch.
I can do that. I can swing lunch.
Mark, I have never missed that trash can in 3 years. No matter what I do.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have Mark Szymanski with us from Genesis Total Exteriors, and we're talking about all your consumer problems, questions, and complaints, along with our common man today, Benny. Benny, do you like the show, Benny, when you're inside?
I do like the show.
Is this what you visualized what going on when you listen? Is this what you visualized?
I expected a lot more drugs and alcohol and strippers.
Bill, what's going on with your insurance?
Let me do a double commercial for you.
Yeah.
People that got the hail damage.
Yes.
Got to go with a good company because we just got done. We had Golden Spike.
Yes.
And we got American Family, and the guy for the adjuster or whatever he was, the one dishing out the money, was nothing but a pain in the butt.
Why do you still use that company?
You shouldn't have American Family, Bill.
I know. I'm waiting to get this done.
They're the worst.
Trust me. This guy, and you know when this guy would call up? He'd call up on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock. I mean, this guy was a jerk.
That means he's a hard worker.
Anyway, so did it all work out?
It's done now, yes.
Good.
And then it hailed the day after they got done.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, did you have another claim?
No, it was a small hail, but it was so ironic, though.
We've done 2 houses back-to-back in Colorado Springs this year.
You have. Yep. Bill, your overall experience, though, good.
Okay, yeah, it was excellent. The guy, Al, the guy running the show was great.
Thank you.
I mean, he had to bend over backwards for this guy so many times.
Yeah, you know, Golden Spike started at Excel. That's where he started, Spike. So anyway, I'm glad that you had a good experience. 303-713-TALK. We have a few minutes to get through this stuff. Kirk's got a rant, and rant it is. What is it on, Kirk?
Hey, Tom. Friday you guys were talking about giving illegals driver's licenses.
Yes, we were talking about the concept, yes.
Yeah, we figured out in Colorado how they did it. We had a cop call up and tell us.
Yeah.
So what do you need to vote? A driver's license?
Quite a bit. I was reading it off, man. It was crazy how much they needed.
I think you need more than that, though, right?
And the only thing the license is good for is literally driving. You can't use it for identity to get on an airplane or anything else.
Were you thinking, Clint, were you thinking it's for if people are going to vote?
It gives you the right to vote. You got a driver's license, you can go vote.
But that's not true. These are not used for voting.
All right.
That's what we were told, but that's your rant. Listen, if that was the case, I'd be right there with you. I mean, if you're not a resident, if you don't live here, if you're not a citizen, I mean, you shouldn't be able to vote, right? I mean, that's the way it is around the world. You don't just go visit somewhere and start voting. Boy, you could really stack elections if you did something like that. Mark?
This is basically saying exactly what I read the other day. I mean, really, the only thing you can use it for is to drive.
I was told if you're outside the car, it doesn't even serve as identification.
It doesn't, and they're very hard to get. I thought they were pretty easy, but really they're not. You got to have proof of residency from your home county. You've got to have name. You've got to have proof of where you were born. You got to have quite a bit of stuff.
Does it have identifying marks like the vertical license for under 21?
No idea.
What do you mean?
People who are under 21 with an identification card, they go up and down to make it look different than an actual.
So they can't buy booze easy.
Right. So it's really a quick reference.
How did you ever get booze when you were a kid, under 20? I mean, when you were younger, though, what was the age? Was it 18 in New York?
18 in New York.
Yeah.
And did I sneak? No, because I never liked liquor, so it didn't bother me. And another reason, because we had wine on the table all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Red wine.
Italian household.
And I can't believe I would have friends, right? And they go, hey, we're going to meet behind this barn at such and such time. I said, okay, cool. We met. And all of a sudden, they're passing around this bag, and it's got freaking wine in it. And I'm thinking, why are you doing this? So it's like, I can go home and get it. I mean, it was like nothing to me. It was zero. And they thought they were such hot crap. And me and a few of my friends who are Italian, we laughed because we thought, you know what? These kids think that it's something special, and we have it all the time. So really, that was one big reason. The other one was it was such a small town, you couldn't really cheat because it's too small, literally that small, where people knew you. I mean, so... you're sitting at a diner at one time and you ask, what's the population? Let's see. I think Margaret moved. No, but it wasn't that small. In any case, it was a small town. And right nowadays, is that a big deal? Are there a lot of fake IDs? Is that like a thing?
God, I don't know, man. We would hire, when we were like 17, we would call up a taxi company and just tell the taxi driver, pick up a 12-pack, and then we'd pay him for that. That was so normal in Jersey, though.
But they can't do that now.
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, or like Uber drinks.
I mean, they'd throw you Uber drinks.
Uber drinks. Gwendolyn, what's going on with you?
Hi. I co-signed for my son a car.
Uh-oh.
They total lost it in December the 25th. My insurance company paid off.
Yeah.
That paid off. But now the company that we got the loan from, Ally, is saying I owe them $1,700.
Well, okay, maybe the payoff from your insurance was not enough to pay off the loan.
Well, of course it wasn't. That's exactly what happened.
Because the value of the car is what they pay, not the loan balance.
And you didn't have gap insurance.
Now, if you have...
I had Gap paid too.
Okay, then they should have paid it off, but hold on.
Or if the gap was more than the 20%.
Gwen, here's what we're trying to tell you. If you had the value of the car paid, that would be regular insurance. If you have gap insurance, it pays if you're underwater. You know that expression, right? If you owe more than it's worth. But they only go to 125% of value. So that's really important. In other words, If it was worth 10 grand, regular insurance would pay 10. GAP would only bring you up to 2,500. It would only bring you up another 25%. But if it was beyond that, some people are so upside down because they made bad car deals and kept trading, and they get to where they are. Okay.
It wasn't that.
Was it a buy here, pay here?
No,
Okay.
it was from a Ford dealership, and it was a 2016 Ford Focus.
I know, but Gwen, they have to substantiate why you owe $1,700. That's all. It's very easy.
Okay.
It's very easy. You simply add up what did the insurance pay, and then take what the loan payoff was, and whatever the difference is, you owe.
Was there a deductible involved?
Oh, that is.
We did that. That was Geico, and Geico was great.
Okay, so let me get this straight. How much did Geico pay?
$10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your deductible?
500.
And you paid the 500.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 10.5. How much was your loan?
I think it was 20 something, like 29.
Yeah, you were. I will tell you right now that most likely.
Your loan couldn't have been 29,000.
Well, it was 20 something.
Okay.
Wow.
That you're lucky you only owe $1,700. Listen, I have a feeling, Gwen. And before this car, did you trade in a car?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. You just went and bought the car.
Yes.
Oh, so you didn't have any negative equity going into this deal.
There you go.
You did not.
No, sir.
Okay. How much did you put down on this new car?
My son put maybe a couple of grand.
How much was the new car? About 30,000, 32, 34? How much?
This is what I don't understand from is Ally, ALL something?
Yeah, well, listen, they're not gonna lie to you. What you need to do is ask for the math. Okay? We'll help you. Suzanne, would you give Gwen a number? She can call us or an email. Gwen, they'll substantiate it. You ask them to list why you owe it.
Those numbers don't make any sense.
Ask her if she has any paperwork maybe she can send to us on the payoffs and on the loan. We'd like to help her. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino, and here goes another show. I want to thank Mark Szymanski, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. GenesisTotalExteriors.com.
As a marketer, you want to reach everyone. Adults, teens, millennials.
That's another thing, Suzanne. We gotta get the numbers correct that I use for companies. It's not your fault. You're taking them from the website. It may not have paid out enough. Mark, why do the numbers differ from my commercial to the website? Why do we sometimes?
Well, like Plumline has some for lives and referral lists. But I can't think of anybody else that goes that crazy. Yeah. The most expensive MSRP on one of those is 23. And that's on the Titanium.
Yeah, but they could have had, you know what? They could have had all the credit, life, disability, all of this bullshit.
Bumper to bumper.
And you don't get anything on that stuff.
Diamond coat.
Mop and blow.
Yeah, mop and blow. The under